Tune in to the untold. Everything gonna unfold. Tune in to the untold. Sit back, relax. Relax. Please sit back and relax. This is the untold.
So, yo, this is your boy Rex. This is another episode of The Untold. We got one of my, this is one of the closest brothers I got in the industry. Like, since we were teenagers. Like, I have a lot of close relationships. But this dude I'm talking about, we got history over history. Over history. The name this dude that made for himself. I tell him all the time, like, when we was younger, he was like a myth. Like, it's like I would hear he was somewhere. They'd be like, oh, he just left. But that's my bro, Tony Russell. Lil Tony.
Yo.
Is what we call him. This dude here, listen. You already know. I mean, even outside of Chicago, like way outside of Chicago, but Chicago is this fool. Like, he bleeds the west side of Chicago. Like, yo, what's good,
What's
bro?
the word, Brody? Man. We here.
I said, yeah. Like I said, there's some, like, I wasn't going to do this show or whatever this is we got happening unless certain people was down to do it, and he's definitely one of them. Like,
got to, bro. Like, come on, too many years, man.
Yeah, way
too many.
Like, soon as I knew he was home,
lock me in.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, it's go time. I had to make sure my boy Stacks was good.
Yes, sir.
So we here. So, like, yo, let's get right into it. Like, Tone, like, you set the standard, bro. Seriously, on a lot. I was there basically almost from the beginning, like, just looking like certain things you started, you know what I'm saying? Just the way you move. Like, where was your beginning? Like, when bass playing started for you, what was your mindset? Did you go into it knowing what you wanted to do, or was it just something to do?
I just wanted to play bass. I just wanted to play actually what I heard on the radio. So if I can play that, I was good.
How old were you?
I started when I was 12. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I started when I was 12, 92. Actually, on my birthday, that's how I always keep up with. I started playing bass in 92 on my birthday. So, like, I just wanted to, if I can hear what's on the radio, I was cool with that. And then we had the church I was at, Corinthian Temple at the time. I was, that's how I met Buster. Wood, David Allison, like Vince Ireland, all us, Marles, all of us, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, we had a youth choir back then. But the youth choir sung once a year, July, 5th Sunday in July, that was the youth choir Sunday.
That was when they was locked in.
So I'm like, if I could play for the youth choir, I'm cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. This, because everybody rushed to the drums and all that. I was like, nah, I ain't really want to play drums.
And like you was 12.
I was 12. And I started playing bass at 12, and I looked up about it before the end, like about that July, I was playing like full circle. And my man, never forget, my man Chris Jefferson, 50.
Yeah.
He put me up on this one Never Shall Wash Me had came out or something like that. John P. Wash Me. He put me up on that, but I wasn't. Timothy Wright was really like we gonna make it, like them songs was popping. So it was like I just wanted to play for the youth choir and play was what I heard on the radio, and it just kept growing and growing, and
But that's why my response was wow, because like I said, even for you to start at 12 and progress the way you did, that's why I thought you started earlier than that.
I was only 12. I just look smaller than what I was.
Yeah, and I'm talking about even the talent. Because by the time I think when we met, then you was like 16, somewhere up in there. But by that time, like I told you was like a myth.
Yeah.
They'd be like, yo, Tone was just here. And I was like, he was?
Yeah.
And then, or it's like, I'll see you at a session from far away. And then afterwards, they be like, oh, man, he just left.
Yeah,
it's like, okay.
Yeah.
But yo, so you went from, you said Corinthian Temple?
Yeah. Corinthian Temple, that's how I started playing.
Okay.
Because Buster was there, and it was like, I went through that whole abuse.
Oh, total abuse.
And he was a kid. So I look back, I was like, man, he was like 18. Like, he was fresh on his way out of high school or just graduated from high school.
What's funny is Buster just always seemed older.
Yeah.
Than he was, apparently, because even if he was 18, you looked at him like, dog, you're definitely 21.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I get it.
So it was like, but I had to go back before then because I used to go to Christ Tabernacle too. Like, we bounced around churches.
Yeah.
Like, for real, like, Reverend Bronson baptized me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was never a member of Corinthian Temple. I'm Baptist. So,
got you. Okay.
Yeah, I was never a member. But I got baptized at Christ Tabernacle. That's how Jabari, Jeremy, like 88, 89. But that's how I really wanted to start playing bass. Tommy's musicals.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? And like, that's when my first interest started, should I say. Like, it just, everybody drums. I never want to be a drummer. Like, it's too crowded over there.
And that, so, and it, even with you saying that, dog, to be able to grow up at that church.
Yeah, bro.
Because for me, like, I'm a South Sider. But like y'all always say, like, I'm an honorary West Side.
Nah, you definitely.
Dog, my wife, everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, still even coming out y'all way, it was just like, yo, you can walk in and Kevin Bronson could be playing drums.
See, at this time when I was a kid, Kevin was the main drummer there on Sunday morning.
Oh my God.
So like when it's the norm, but we was in the children's church, so we couldn't be downstairs.
Right.
But sometimes, you know, the evening service, because the combined choir had they musical on the fourth Sunday. So at any given time, like Kevin was the drummer on Sunday morning. So like that was the norm. So you weren't really looking at it like, oh yeah, okay, that was the norm.
Yeah,
like,
it was, but that also teaches you what norm should be. Yeah, because actually that being norm was they were great.
They were superheroes.
Yeah, so it almost spoiled you in a way, because now it's like, okay, this is the standard.
Yes,
when in actuality it wasn't for a lot of people.
Right.
They were so far ahead. So then I never looked at it that way. That shows why you are the way you are. To when I say being hard on people when it comes to this craft, like seeing that every week.
Yeah.
Those are places. So like I said, those are places I would come to the West Side.
Yeah. Yeah.
And see y'all. So when it went from you hanging around the Tommies, did you play with them during that time?
I played with them later. No, I was a kid, so I wasn't playing nothing.
So it wasn't no rehearsal.
I wasn't even playing bass yet. That's what I'm saying. I didn't start playing bass.
Oh, this was before. Oh, got you. Okay.
Like 88, 89. Like,
got you.
I'm at all the Tommy's sessions, like, as a kid. So I remember them sessions like, oh my God. I think the only person, Jabari and Jeremy, probably was at majority just like I was. Like, I was at all the Tommy's records. You know what I'm saying? Because by you being a member, you know, it was a little different, but that was, I wasn't even playing bass yet though. That's the thing. So I didn't start playing until like 4 years after that. When we left Christ Tabernacle, that's when I started playing bass.
So what was the transition for you where it went from, okay, I'm just playing bass, or I just want to be able to do this musical? When you said that one musical a year? Yeah,
that was the goal. Like,
so when did it go from, what was your next step where it was like, oh no, I want to do this for real?
Okay, I practiced all that time. Once I got to that point, I had advanced. To me, I didn't know I was advancing as fast as I was.
Got you.
So they started throwing me in on Sunday morning, like
Oh.
throwing me in the fire. Like I'll show you the picture. I got a picture me playing. It was still 92. I was playing for the big choir at that time.
Oh yeah, it was always a
yeah,
thing
it
when you
just-
was a kid
yeah.
playing for the big choir.
Yeah, it was like at the time you talking about Vanya Whitley, like she's the international.
oh god, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Church of God in Christ. Like it was a big deal, but I didn't know I was advanced. I was just learning. I was just picking it up fast. But they was like, ain't no bass player. It's like it wasn't like it was a bass player there. You know.
Got you. Okay.
It was like, okay, you did good on that Sunday. Start throwing me in the fire every Sunday. And now I'm getting better. I'm getting better and better. And just, time for the choir to record now. Of course, I'm not finna play, but I'm in the rehearsals. But guess who come producing the record? Percy. Beatty. So, that's what I'm saying. It was like, now he bring his crew. It was like, they the 18.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
You know how it is.
Oh,
They walk in. It's like, so now I'm getting to see it. Okay, this how you do a song from scratch.
Yeah.
Because usually I'm thinking, okay, the keyboard player put the song together and this, and it was like, nah. It was like, nah, we should do this. Like I'm seeing how like different people. I'm like, wait a minute, this is how you. So now everything after that set, everything started clicking.
Got you.
Like it just my hunger grew like out this world. This is the same year. You know what I'm saying? Like it just grew out this world.
So it was that right when they brought Percy in.
It changed everything. Like seeing the Tommies like do the records at Christ T, that was one thing.
Yeah.
But I'm in the rehearsals at Corinthian because it's the church. So I'm getting to see it like
firsthand.
Like what? Like these are like, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's Al Willis, like, even though I met, but I was a kid. I ain't really. Last time I saw them, I was a shorty.
Didn't it seem like they were so much older than they were?
Yes, because they were superheroes.
Oh my God. Dog. And that was the thing, bro. Like, even it's funny because my church brought Percy in to produce as well. But the funny thing is, Calvin was probably in your position. Mm-hmm. He wanted to play on the album. Mm-hmm. Me, I was younger than Calvin. I wasn't taking it that serious. But to see them coming in and out of church, it was like, dog, these dudes are superstars.
You wait for them to pull up. Like I can tell you what kind of car Kevin had. Like
that's hilarious.
I'm talking about. It was, it was the studying. I was studying, didn't understand I was studying. Like I was a sponge, bro. Like and to me, that sparked my hunger to be a musician. Period. Because now if these guys are the bar, and I'm around, you know what I'm saying. So It's like there's nobody my age. I'm 12. Like So I'm about to turn 13, and you know what I'm saying. So it's a year I've been playing now, and it's like. My hunger to play just went to a whole nother man.
So how old were you?
By the time they did the record, I was 13.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 13.
So after that record, when apparently your whole mental changed.
Technically, my mind's made up. That had just dropped.
You. Okay. At the same time?
When they was getting ready to do the record, that had dropped already. So they already had changed the game for music.
That song alone.
Yeah, that album.
Yeah, well, of course,
8 songs, you can, man, bro.
Oh, yeah.
In My Name, like all that stuff is just.
Oh, I did a remix to In My Name.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love that record.
If you lived in my house at that time, you got tired of me playing My Mind's Made Up.
So you were locked in at that point.
Bro, that song, like, I said, if I can play this song, I can play anything. Like, it's something about that song just, because nothing sound like that.
Yeah.
So from that, it just sparked everything. Like, I got this what I need to be doing. I need to sound like that. Like, and then by them coming in doing a record.
Now you're seeing it.
And and they like.
In real time.
And I'll never forget. They come to rehearsal, they come in, and they like, he could play. Like, first, he looked like, of course, I knew them from I was a kid, but I'm a few years older now. So they like, We know, but so I had to meet them again and all that.
Absolutely.
You know how it go. It's like he could play. So they gave me the bass, play my mind's made up. Like they like, oh, okay, like I'm talking about to a T.
Yeah.
But they looking at me like, this look like I'm playing it for real.
Yeah.
So that was and they just first took a liking to me from day one. You know what I'm saying?
So from there, where did it go for you playing wise? Did you just stay playing in church, or did you get called?
So I went to First Corinthian because
Got
some
you.
personal stuff changed in my life.
Okay.
So I ended up at First Corinthian.
Got you.
So I've been playing there since I was 13. I'm still there to this day.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So
You ain't never leave.
yeah, I ain't never leave.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. Like
Okay.
I just stayed with church all up until I ain't do nothing outside of church till like maybe 15, but everything from 12 to it's all grooming time.
Yeah.
But my ear was so fast because Buster, I was standing behind Buster, so I had to watch his feet. With the paddles and all. If I didn't know the song, he said, I'm gonna play it one time. You better know it the next time around. Like it was all that, bro. Like what song? They That Wait Upon the Lord used to wear me out.
For real.
I had to learn, like for real, because I was limited. I didn't have I didn't have a lot of stuff growing up. You know what I'm saying? They have a lot of clothes, didn't have this, and I just gonna say we're poor. 'Cause I ain't gonna say that, but if I can.
Yeah, if you had to say, no, absolutely.
It was definitely on the good times vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like minus the projects, but
Right.
it was some rough times back then. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you. I ain't mean to cut you off,
good.
but let me ask you this: growing up that way, did it put a certain aggression to your playing? Like, were you playing from a certain place?
Not yet. I didn't. I was just trying to really learn how to play. You don't understand the switch until you're going through those stages. I was just still trying to find myself playing, like, because all that I already put in my head. Okay, all this little boy playing, all this gonna get old.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I told myself early, I'm not gonna fall for this little boy, like the little boy thing. Like, nah, that's cool. I want to be one of the guys.
Yeah.
Like that's what
I
want you.
I want you to respect me like you respect them.
Yeah, that's like I just wanted to play. Like at that time, I just wanted to play. Like I was playing for free. I ain't no money, none of that. I just wanted to learn and get better. Like the best I can be. That was my whole goal. How good can I get? So
where would you? So what was your first community choir? And how old were you?
My first community choir was, I want to say, well, I'm gonna tell you this story. I don't think you know this story. When Calvin got the Ricky Dillard call, I was supposed to play for Ricky too.
For real?
Yeah.
I definitely didn't know that.
I was like 14. Like, so I started speeding up. Calvin used to play Corinthian too. When Willie, his dad was
I remember that. Yeah.
So I was supposed to, like, Ricky was I guess he was gonna do this young thing, but my mama wasn't going. Like, I wasn't ready yet. Like,
no, I get it.
I was a fool in school. Like, I was just in trouble all the time. It was like,
you had to get home together first.
Yeah, it was like, nah, you ain't ready for, And I was just really too young for that.
Yeah.
Like, it's I'll sit back now, like, that would have been crazy, but I really wasn't ready.
Yeah.
You gotta look back at yourself and like, man, I wasn't ready. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I could play, but I wasn't ready like for that.
Oh yeah.
Nah, not yet. Nah.
Because you already know we're gonna get into the conversation about thinking you ready.
Yeah, when you ain't ready.
And you ain't ready.
Yeah.
Like even when it comes to us, like there's some situations. You know what I'm saying? So, but when it switched to that, so because it was like when you started the whole community choir thing, you brought a whole different. It was like you was bridging the gap of something that was missing.
My first community choir. All right, so another story. Like this, the platform. You say, "Right, Fred, hold on, let me get
absolutely." Oh yeah, dog. Listen, I'm sure because my hat is gonna come off at some point. Like, cause now we got lights. You know what I'm saying?
So my first record, though, I can't go to the community choir part until I go to my first record. I cut my first record. That's why me and you got a special love for Detroit.
What?
People don't understand our love for Detroit.
Oh yeah.
My first record I cut was in Detroit, '94, for the Church of God in Christ, the youth choir under Iris Stevenson.
Wow.
Guess who was in the band though?
Oh.
Spud, Jermaine Nelson, and Myron Williams.
Are you?
That
How
was
old
my
was you?
first. I was 14. That was my first. That's my first time meeting. They would call themselves the Texas Connection. That was their name. That was my first time meeting them, and I played. Myron wrote this song. Myron Williams wrote a song called "I Made a Vow." It was a funk tune. I'm from Chicago. You know this right up my alley.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
Busting them got me on like jumper cables on me.
Yeah.
And you better go down here. You better kill it like jumper cables.
Oh yeah.
Because now James Hall Guys in Control album just come out. So they list
That album
Eddie
changed the
Hayward is
game.
12 years old. I'm like, wait a minute, like I'm hyped. Like, oh, bro, I get to Detroit. I do the session with them. That's how I meet Spud and them. I do my first record with them.
I didn't know that, bro.
Yep. Spud was on drums. Jermaine Nelson was on keys. Myron wrote the song.
And you hadn't played for a community choir yet.
Nope, not yet. Not yet. It was all church. It was just church.
Yeah, see, that's why by the time I met you, you wasn't scared of no record.
Nah.
You know what I'm
I've
saying?
been recording since '94 to now.
Yeah.
I recorded every year since.
That makes
94.
a lot of sense because I told Calvin and Teddy, dog, and you knew this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was terrified of records.
Yeah, I remember Kenny record. Dog, we was like, bro, you ready? What are you tripping on? You ready?
Dog, but it was like I had such a respect for y'all because I saw the way y'all recorded. Like, me being next to Calvin, I used to be like, dog, you're a pro.
And you murdered that record.
Dog.
Sidebar.
Dog, that record, but again, like, but think about it, man. You, Calvin, Al, Kevin, Gerald.
Yep.
Was that it?
Yep.
Dog, that's probably Kenny's best record. I would have to say. Like, it was just a different.
Yeah, it was just
was
raw.
a different thing he had. You know what I'm saying? But again, that was us growing.
Yeah.
And then Kenny being in the place, he didn't care what we did.
Nah, Kenny just always want the best. Like that's
I'm
how I
about to
have to
say
respect
that.
Kenny Lewis. Like he want the killers. Like,
Yeah.
he wanted
No,
killing.
legit. Like I told Kenny, I was like, dog, I'm the one started him running background vocals.
See?
On certain things. I was like, bro, like it wasn't even popular then.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? But again, he didn't care. Whatever, he always wanted to do what was next.
Yeah.
But again, that's how that album, because man, even with that album, like y'all helped me through that joint, because programming I had down.
Yeah.
That I wasn't worried, but it was like
you
the
was ready. Yeah.
but it was like the plan part of it. I was like,
you had it though. You was just your confidence. That's what we talked about, like away from you.
yeah.
We just like we got to build Rex confidence.
Yeah.
He just got to be confident because you got it, and I think that record was a good test for you because now you with us. We just gonna pull you up to. It is never look. Not trying to like you know what I'm saying.
Oh,
like,
no, definitely.
little boy, you or nothing like no,
Yeah.
bro. Come on, we got you. Come on.
Because there was even some records you would do. I know. Was it Tim's record?
Mm-hmm.
And this was
You
a little
programmed.
later on. I
Yeah,
programmed
yeah.
it. And you was like, yo, no, bro, hop on this song.
Yeah, you
And I
learned it at the session.
Yeah, and learned that. But again, it was those moments where like, yeah,
Like-
be like, no, pull it back
Yeah.
just a taste.
And see, like, so 94, I do that. I come back to Chicago. Now you gotta think, this monster in me is growing to be better.
Yeah.
So now I'm really listening to everything, and I'm listening to like different. Like one of my favorite records was Mark Hubbard's first record.
What was the single on that record?
You know who played on that record?
Who?
Teddy played on that record. Teddy and Vic Baker was the drummers.
Oh, God.
Bass was Anthony Harmon Pennell Johnson.
Oh, yeah. What was the single on that record?
Come on, everybody. Dun, dun.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I still didn't know Teddy played on there. But, oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so
I'll listen to him from another angle now.
I
didn't
can
know
tell. I
that.
can tell you the songs. Kenny on that record.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
But
I
that's,
knew, yeah.
Teddy. I can tell you the song. Teddy on that song, Kenny song.
Oh, okay.
Teddy played "Fill Me with Fire." Then he
Yeah.
played the last song with Ant. But like I can tell you every song who played. That's how much I studied that record. And so
And you said Pennell and...
Pennell, Anthony Harmon.
Oh, okay. Anthony.
It was 2-2. Like I can't tell you who played keys. I can tell you who played bass and drums for sure.
Oh yeah,
for
you already knew what you was listening.
Yeah.
For.
So listen to those records and like not just the Tommies, you know what I'm saying? Because it was more Chicago records than just the Tommies. So it's like, okay, who next? And James Hall was a big thing because James Hall first album was underground technically because a lot of people got up on it later on, but you got the New G's and you got all the, you know. So by the time it was time to play for the community choirs, my first community choir was SOS.
SOS.
But I went to first place. Ethan played for them first. Ethan came. That was his first gig out west.
Really?
My brother. Shout out to my brother Ethan Farmer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was his first straight from quartet to SOS.
And you was right after him?
I played right after him. Yep.
Oh, okay. So how was that transition for you?
It was
because again, a community choir that's different.
Yeah, that was different. But community choir was more freedom.
Yeah,
you gotta think with me. Even at that time, I was always playing with grown people. Like, you know, Chris Randall, he was at my church. So
yeah, Chris.
All Bishop, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
all day.
So I'm playing with all grown ups. So
yeah.
It's nobody my age really, you know what I'm saying, playing for the community choir. Even with SOS, it was just a little freer. It was just, okay, this is not my church. Okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
I can try this. You know, so I was trying different.
I got into the bass line.
Yeah, I can try this out now.
Yeah.
But it was like getting up extra shots. Okay, I can do this. I can do that. But bro, I think I played for every community choir on the West Side.
Dog, nobody else. Dog, I told. So I would say it all the time because, like I said, me and you talk about this. Nobody came out with us.
Nah,
you get what I'm saying when I say that. Like people had themselves. They had somebody to compare themselves to. Like Calvin had a Quinn, or then Joey Williams.
Yeah, Joey
like there
Williams,
was certain people.
Because Calvin was New G.
Absolutely.
Joey was Mark. And
Definitely.
Quinn was Yolanda. Was Tyrone Dickinson.
Yeah, so
Reese
they
Temple.
had somebody. When I came out, it was like I was on the island by myself.
And Terrell Edwards too.
Oh, facts.
Yeah, people
Terrell was there. He was in that. Absolutely. For sure.
Terrell was in that.
But see, that's the thing. Like, so when you came out, like you said, it was just
Jason. Jason Tyson.
Yeah.
But Jason, he didn't have the freedom I had. Jason was Jay, like, you know.
Yeah.
I couldn't get Jay loose till later on.
No, absolutely.
Jay couldn't move around. Like I was just free.
Yeah.
I was trying to get on, you know what I'm saying? But Jay moved,
I love that dude.
Once he left the West Side, he moved south. And that was it until he started driving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
it
was different.
And that's funny. I don't think people know how close you and Jay are.
I mean, Jay can go back since I started playing bass. Me, Jason, his brother BJ.
Bro.
That was supposed to be our unit.
That's
BJ
funny.
on
Dog,
drums,
Jason was in my wedding.
Yeah.
Like people don't know. Like people don't know. We've begged Jason to play R&B.
Yeah.
And he'd be like,
man, please. Jason got the call from R. Kelly first. So I know we'll segue into that. But
oh yeah, people they definitely don't know that.
Man, Jason Tyson was my go-to. Like, cause you gotta think, bro. We meet at 12.
Yeah,
I first started.
So it's a whole different.
It was a whole nother, and we clicked like before even like, hey, my name Tony, my name Jason.
Yeah.
Like he was sitting on the organ. I'm like, oh, somebody my age playing.
Absolutely. And by you, again, going back to what I was saying, by you not having nobody you could look at, definitely not another bass player.
Nah.
Because after you, it would have been like a Swole. Yeah. Especially age-wise.
Big Mac. Remember Big Mac?
Oh, yeah.
Because we went to grammar school together.
Oh, but how old is Mac? He like my age,
Yeah,
right?
y'all the same age.
Gotcha.
Like, you know, eBay.
Yeah.
We was in 5th grade, all that together.
Really?
Yeah. Like, they the one got me in jazz band in school.
Oh, okay.
Like, they started a jazz band because of me.
Oh, that's funny.
Because I was terrible. I was bad. Like, ain't no shame, man.
You just didn't like school?
I was just bad, bro. It was like the environment, everything. It's like, bro, I was just angry, like mad at the world, bro. Like, so I just, you know, I didn't know how to channel.
Out.
Yeah, it's just like, if I ain't feel like doing it, I wasn't doing it. Like, so they had to find me something to do. And they started the music teacher at the time went to the principal and started a jazz band, and I started playing in the jazz band, and it went from there. But They used to think, I used to tell them all the time, like, man, no, the Tommies, I'll be at the Tommies rehearsal. They be like, man, you lying, you don't be around them.
Right.
Until eBay get to meet them, and they tell him, like, nah, he been around us since he was a kid. He's like, bro, I say, when have y'all known you to be a liar, bro?
Yeah, but Tone, that's what I'm saying, though, dog. Like, hanging out with them guys wasn't our norm.
Yeah.
So if you hear, like, stuff you would tell me, I was like, Tone, like, because again, like y'all was so many because of who you were was hanging around. It was like South Side was kind of spread out.
Yeah.
West Side, it was more of a like, okay, this is
in
a certain
pocket. Yeah. And because it was real cliquish. Like they was the clique, if you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like even with Ray.
Yeah.
Because I used to be with Raymond. Ali used to be with Ray all the time.
Ali,
like, and Ray House.
Shout
like,
out to Ali.
You know what I'm saying? We was with Ray like that. Person them was like, they was like action, like you couldn't. They was you know how it is.
Oh,
They was like, and one
they used to walk around with that orange glow around.
You know how we talk about, and they walk in the room, it's like, wait a minute, what just happened?
Dog.
Yeah.
The whole energy changed.
Like, did y'all ride together? Like, how did all y'all come in at the same time?
Dog, I'm telling you, back when Percy had the Range Rover.
Range Rover Percy was crazy.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Brain.
Right.
Got it. Which you definitely have.
Yeah.
So.
Man.
But no, listen, bro, but you know what? I will never, ever regret coming up in that era.
Nah.
Because to have something in front of you that you wanted to aspire to be.
Yeah.
That close all the time. And like for me, like I said, people don't understand. Like that's kind of what Calvin was for me. Because Calvin got out before I did. Like you and him were in the same thing. I'm just looking at y'all like the moves these dudes is making is possible, but these are my boys.
Yeah.
So it was like, for me, it was actually like a following in y'all footsteps. You know what I'm saying? Even when it came to playing R&B, it was like me and you tapped into a whole different type of dynamic that people didn't understand, but it was because we were so close.
Right.
So, but for me, I was just learning from what I was seeing y'all do.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So back to the community choir thing, where was the transition from there into like your first secular gig? Or because you went through a stage, no, hold on. Because you went through a stage where there weren't any records being cut in Chicago unless you were available.
Man, so my record phase was crazy because my first record I ever cut in Chicago was with Change.
Yeah, okay.
Change Community Choir.
Yeah.
But Bishop gave me Chris Bishop Randall. That's my family.
Oh, that's my man.
So he produced the record. He was producing the record.
Got you.
And me and Buster wrote a song together, even though Buster take the credit for the song. Me and him wrote that song in his mama's basement. So Anthony was MD in the record. Harmon.
Oh, okay.
So this summertime, so I'm at every rehearsal.
Yeah.
Like ain't no school, ain't no excuses.
Yeah, I'm there.
I'm here. Right. So Ray, I gotta jump back. Ray is gone on tour with R. Kelly.
So this was 95?
Ray get called 93, 94. He gone. So I heard you say about the Bodies Calling live. That's Ray. That's not James.
It's two versions.
But you know what I'm talking about with the pickup? That's Ray.
Yeah. It's definitely two
Ray.
versions. Because you remember them CD stores you go to back in the day? And they had all these different. But you know, the one me and you always talk about with the pickup. Yeah.
Because that was his thing. James did the first one. James on the video.
Yeah, definitely.
James is definitely on the video.
Oh,
Shout out to rest in peace to James Knowles.
Oh man, listen.
Yeah.
He was but people don't even understand, like, even with that R. Kelly thing, Ray, this is when I think he lived in Country Club Hills, I think.
No, this is before. You when he was in Hazelcrest.
Hazelcrest. That's where it was. I'm tripping. And dog, he showed me a video of their production rehearsal. I hadn't started. I wasn't even in the mirror. I don't even know if I was playing for Dave Holliday. Dog, just the vibe. Yeah. It was like, and we'll get to that, but like seeing that, I'm in his living room looking at that.
At the drop living room when you come in.
Yeah, definitely. He had his ride symbol down here. I was like, That's what I want to do.
The white drums, the white pearls, yeah.
I was like, he was playing with a drum key in his mouth.
Yeah.
I was like,
And running MP.
which
That's yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Like that was my whole thing. Running MP. It wasn't too many drummers do that combination. I got from Ray.
Yeah, nobody was doing it. It wasn't even her. Nobody knew what it was.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Facts, dog.
But even with that, so Ray was gone. So I said to my man, like, man, I ain't probably gonna see Ray no more. Like, he gonna be different when he come back.
Yeah.
Because that's the mentality, because people go on tour. And But back then, you ain't know nothing about tour, so it's all foreign.
Yeah.
So Ray gone. Fast forward 95, we get ready to do, well, I'm not even on the record yet. So Anthony let me do 2 songs. He gave me 1 song first. Like, I'm gonna let you play a song. Like, you at rehearsal all the time. Like,
Was this your first time meeting that?
No, I had met Ant a minute before that. Like,
Oh, okay,
the first time I
gotcha.
met him, I couldn't even speak, bro.
Really?
What? I was like, wait a minute, nah.
Yeah.
So he was playing Mark Hubbard. That's why I'm saying,
Oh, gotcha.
fast
Yeah,
forward,
yeah.
go back to that record. Mark Hubbard was working that record. Like, he was.
Yeah.
So Ant came, man, Anthony Harmon, bro. So that was my first time. I met him, but shout out to Val, New Miracle Temple. The Williams, New Miracle Temple out west.
Oh,
Imani
Val, yeah,
them,
yeah.
Val them.
Absolutely.
Anthony and Quinn them were playing at their church on Sunday.
Oh, really?
Yes, every Sunday. So, so, bro, I'm talking about
Wow.
Anthony was really a West Side. I don't care
Yeah.
what nobody say. He spent more time out west than anything.
Like me.
Yeah, right. Both of y'all and
Yeah,
Quinn.
Definitely. And Jason.
So New Miracle Temple was Buster and them took me. They had an evening service. Took me to when the church was on Division
Yeah.
to meet Anthony. This was my real introduction to him. I couldn't even speak, bro. I was froze. Like, I was a shorty. I was like, I can't. Anthony. He was like, yeah. So we started building from there.
Yeah.
And so fast forward to when New Miracle Temple do their record, 95. I'm there. And by the way, I got the video to that too. Because Tim Powell used to video the sessions.
Okay.
I have it.
I see.
So,
yeah. So
Kevin Bronson, Anthony, Richard, Bishop, and Al.
Oh, God.
Bro, crazy. The record is crazy. So now I'm seeing Ant a lot now. I'm going to he playing with the company too.
Oh,
Chris
gotcha.
Bishop ran in the company. I'm going to all the rehearsal. Now me and him building, I'm just going around just to soak up and just hang around and watch. If Anthony was playing anywhere, I was going.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a ride there or something.
Yep.
So come the summertime of 95, Chains get ready to record. So I'm at all the rehearsals. I'm going to give you a song. Now, Ray do the record. Ray not there yet. Ray he finishing up the tour.
That's funny.
Ray come in the week before the record. Learn everything, smash it. They give me another song. I get 2 songs. One of the songs with Ray. That's the song we got the solos on. I was
gotcha.
15.
Yeah.
I'm playing the 6 string. Tobias. Shout out to Dwayne Drain. It was his bass.
Right.
And that's even like that same year, 95 was a great year because that's when Uncle Fu Soundstage, what Sweet Holy is.
Oh, yeah.
That was Drain building.
Mm-hmm.
He merged us, West Side and the South Side, together.
Yeah.
Like musicians, because it really wasn't no West Side musicians like that.
Yeah.
It was Buster, me, and Gerald Hardy.
That's exactly
Because people thought Gerald was from the South Side as much as he was.
They did?
Yeah, but a lot of people thought Gerald Hardy was from the South Side. Your cousin.
That fool.
Like, Gerald's from the West Side.
He's straight West Side.
Yeah, everybody thought he was from the South. But Drain had a vision. He took us 3,
Yeah.
put us in the house band. Teddy, Freddie, Rodney, and
Ooh.
yeah, it was because it was 6 of us.
Dog.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a house
Yeah.
band, bro.
And Freddie didn't like nobody. Like
At all.
But Freddie was my man. Like,
Yeah.
it was just the community choir. And then
How
I just
old was
started-
you then?
15. Yep. Then Teddy started doing the plays.
Yeah.
Then Quinn came in. Yep. Then Quinn came in.
Ooh.
Yep. So Then I stopped doing it. Anthony came back. I stopped doing it. Then it kind of just, went his route. But the shows we did do, bro, it was life. It was life changing. That's how I met Kahari. Like, we all met Kahari doing the sound stage. Now, just imagine if Drain don't do the sound stage.
So Kahari just showed up?
Yeah. Nobody knew Kahari. We didn't know Kahari. But then, you know how you open it up at the end?
Yeah.
Kahari and Vic Baker would destroy it. When they got through playing, it was over. You ended it. It was over. Nobody could come behind that. I'm like, who is dude? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because again, we was used to hearing certain things.
We knew
and Kahari wasn't that.
Nah, we wasn't. That was
foreign.
Yeah, that was the Vinny and Dave Welcome stuff.
Yeah, that was
before.
stuff you saw on not even TV. You just heard that music by accident.
Yeah. That wasn't like, it was like, and like when you say take a drum solo, it's usually a groove or something.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody and broke it down like that. So it was different.
A story.
Yeah, it was like, wait a minute, what is this? So even with that style open. Now you're around your peers and so that. Then fast forward, community choirs, and I got with Near Future.
Oh yeah.
Now that's when everything kind of.
That's when the fun.
That's when the fun came, because now I'm with my peers, like age wise, like.
So whose choir was Near Future?
Fitzgerald Jenkins.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah, that was his choir, but it was like come in and. Cause I was flipping songs like how they was doing with.
Absolutely.
Bro, we was doing that. And I don't want to sound like the old nigga, but it's like we did that. Like we was flipping songs back in '96.
Yeah,
I got the footage.
Facts, we
was flipping songs back then.
Yeah, and it wasn't even popular then.
No, it wasn't pop. We made it like we had people thinking this how the original song go.
Yep.
And like when God's Property came out, it was no holds barred to nothing.
Oh yeah, it was a rap.
It's like we can do this. They made it okay. They gave the green light, the official green light to do whatever.
They made everything okay,
yeah.
to try. But that's crazy. Like, so did you cut a record with Near Future?
Nah, they never recorded.
They never recorded?
Never recorded.
Cause I remember what's my man? Carl Mabins.
Yeah, Change Up. We did their second record.
That was their second record?
The one we did, yeah.
When Jeremy played drums?
Yep.
Yeah.
But they called us in the week of the session.
So who was they? They had a regular
They had a band, and I don't know what happened with the band, so they called Kendall. And,
Kendall.
Yeah. Kendall called us because we just did Tyrone Block and LSD concert. So he's like, well, y'all, they just called me to do Change record. Y'all want to do it? And we did. It's like, all right, cool.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, because I remember that. Is it Make Up Your Mind? No.
Yeah. I gave him that. Yeah. Like he should play it like
I remember that. Yeah, but so once you got to the point when you was doing Near Future, where did it go from that to were you already incorporating certain things in your playing? Like, were you playing key bass then, or did that end up happening after you made the transition? Came back.
I think I was playing it then. Cause I got videos of me playing key bass in like 97, 98 before.
For real?
Yeah, like just randomly, because Anthony Harmon was such an influence on me, bro. Like,
yeah,
I know a lot of other people take credit. I ain't gonna mention no names on here because I ain't shining. I ain't getting no niggas no light no more. It's over.
Right.
But Anthony was so much an influence, not teaching me how to play, but not physically showing me stuff, but like imparting in me, like, just information that I can't. Bro, he would put me in situations that was uncomfortable so I can be prepared for anything. Mm-hmm. So he would just, man, he was a part of the reason I cut records every year. I did Arc in 96 with him.
Gotcha.
He gave me so it went from them 2 songs from that first record to, okay, I'm gonna give you 5 this next year, because I told I was, even at that time, hanging around him, I was advancing. Advancing.
Oh, you had to.
And he told me something that I never forget. He was like, because, being young, you find your favorite player, you want to play just like them. You mimic everything they do. Mm-hmm. He told me, he's like, man, you sound good. That's cool. But if they want him, they're going to call him. What you sound like? Yeah. I was like, huh? I was like, what do I sound like? I'm like, wow. And that light bulb went off.
Battery, yep.
This 95, bro. When I cut that record with him, that first record, I was like, whoa, okay. And I really just went in the shed and just started tapping in. Like, I started listening to everybody.
And that's funny because that's why you tapped into your sound so early.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because to hear somebody that you look up to in that way,
Yeah.
for them to tell you that early,
yeah, that's
now
a big compliment if you think about it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. But now it's like, okay, now like that, like I said, that's a whole nother battery in your back. Yep. It's like, okay, now I know it's purposeful for me to find my sound.
Yeah.
Cause he said,
yeah, and I could have took it the wrong way. Cause like nowadays, if you tell somebody that you hating, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, wow, you can't say like tough love, work. Like, I'm sorry, like, cause it prepared me for everything. And when he said that, I was like, man, I've been thinking I'm supposed to sound like this dude because I can mimic him.
Yeah.
And once Richard Gills told me something, he was like, man, you could do him better than you sound better than him playing better than him.
Yeah.
So I was like,
right.
I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing.
Right.
So it's like, nah. So from 15 on to 43 right now, I say, all right, no more. I get ideas from people, but I was like, nah. And where the aggressive stuff came from, that was Percy Beatty was like, you got to find a way to channel. And Anthony told me that too, because I just go play ball, and I was like a Tasmanian devil.
Yeah.
It's like, man, you got to find a way to put that energy in your playing. Like, you angry, like, I understand, like, what you go through, but you got to find that way. And that birthed the Lil Tony sound. The aggressive, like,
the Mamba.
Yeah, the Mamba. It was like, okay, I'm going to put this in my plan. So I was playing so hard, like, and I feel I ain't got to play this hard, but it's still, like, even if I play now, it sound like I'm playing hard.
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
That's just my thing, because I want you to feel every note I'm playing, because I'm thinking about everything I went through to get to this point, and even at this age level, I'm still playing the same way. So it just, I was like, man, this is what they was talking about. But I even at the time, I still didn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just tapping into, okay, this is going to be the sound. Well, I'm just finna play. You know what I'm saying? I ain't figuring the bass tones out, nothing. I'm just, this what you get.
Definitely.
If I plug up, I took the Michael Jordan mentality. Every time you hear me play, you know, I'm not going to disappoint. Like, I'm coming to do my best every time I play my instrument.
Yeah.
That was my mentality.
It's like 10 toes down.
Yeah, like every time. Then,
yeah, absolutely.
Shorty, like, nah. Because Calvin said something to me recently. He's like, bro, you was a boy in a man's game.
Oh,
I never realized, bro, because, you know, they didn't treat us like, you know that. They didn't treat us like, oh, yeah, no, this our little brother. But if you lace your boots on and you finna stand up here with us.
Absolutely.
You finna get the same, because if you grown enough to play up here.
Yep.
And that's what nobody cared about. Oh, yeah, I'll be the shortest one up here. Yeah, but I'm going to play this part.
Oh, y'all going to know I'm up
here. Yeah, y'all
going
going to know I'm up here.
And but so, dog, coming up under people like Anthony, man, that dude. Like, even with Anthony, like, man, when I played with Anthony, he was like, oh, yeah, Rex, you ready.
You ready. Mm-hmm.
To hear people like that say you ready, it's like the respect alone, because they were already where you wanted to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The bar.
They were absolutely the bar. Like you said, a Percy, when he tell you to play with a certain aggression, like I told people, Percy was the reason why I got so locked in with playing with a click. Because when he told me, he's like, you not ready. You're ready.
He would tell you that in a New York minute.
He said, you not ready. You cool with a drum machine, but with a click, you ain't working. Now you can't pay me to lose a click.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But it was because of that, and it wasn't no offense taken.
Yeah.
I was like, got it. You will never tell me that again.
And he was talking about you, like, even around that time, because I was supposed to work on that record with you.
The Youth Edition record?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they was, they're my big brothers, but they would, boy, put me on the bench every time, bro.
But you know what?
Like,
Also, they were still learning because if I'm honest, like for the longest, they wouldn't even let me go to the studio. It was like it was a hush. But I also knew they were just getting in the door, so it's kind of like
let's figure this out.
And then we could pull. And again, once I met, because like I said, Percy was a myth too.
Yeah. You never saw Percy, like
never.
And we had a band called JKJ, you know, with Jeremy Jabbar.
Oh yeah,
all us.
Okay, yeah.
We would always get Percy. We was with Percy every day.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like I was recording Percy when he had a studio at his crib. Like Gary Oliver. Like I was doing like this 95, 96.
Yeah,
me and Sean Cooper was his roadies.
Word.
Well, we was setting up like everything. This was before Range Rover Percy. This was Jeep.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This was Jeep Cherokee.
Oh, facts.
Percy,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So he would, you know, that was big. He was like, we can get him to come to stuff, but he wasn't. You did not
wasn't
never.
Popping out.
That's why when you saw him, it was like, man, Percy here. Like, man, you see that. It made us feel like, yeah, we got Percy here. Yeah, y'all couldn't pull this off. He'll let us use his MP or rate, like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, and technically we were just really front because we ain't all working yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we figured it out.
But to know you had somebody that did.
Yeah, because it wasn't always good days. I'm gonna say that. Like, I know we talk about, you know, everybody want to talk about, but it was some rough, dark times too. Because, you know, it's just learning. Like at the same time, everybody's still growing at that time and trying to figure stuff out. And, you know, when you think people got it all together, you put them here and like they're not flawless. Like they make mistakes too. You know what I'm saying?
They're trying to figure it out while you're trying to figure it out.
Just like parents.
Absolutely. But they so far ahead for you. You like, nah, you can't be having no issues right now.
Yeah, I didn't understand the stuff he was going through until I got older. It was like, and I experienced it earlier. So now I can call like, man, how do I deal with this? Or I got to figure it out.
Absolutely.
So it was like, okay, man, they human. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They was human, but but Anthony, man, that dude, he was the first one I saw play key bass.
Gotcha. Okay.
In Chicago.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like,
it was on a session or
on that session, the 95. He was in rehearsal.
He was playing key bass?
Well, he played in rehearsal one day because he had left his bass. It was just like he ain't had no bass. I said, this is impossible. This is impossible. And he didn't even play it on the session. He just played in that one rehearsal.
But even seeing that,
bro,
you was like,
okay, yeah.
Nope. Key bass.
Key bass. And then I got introduced to, I knew of him, but I never saw a face to Andrew Goucher.
Oh yeah,
James Moore live in Mississippi with Mississippi Mass Choir. Video.
Yeah.
Andrew Goucher on it. I was like, oh, that's what he looked like. You know what I'm saying? Because you read the credits. See, back then, you know, it wasn't no social media, so you had to really do your research on.
Definitely.
And I already saw his name, but it got to a point I knew he played on certain records without even like that He's Worthy.
Yeah.
I knew that was him before even knowing that was him.
Yeah, before even reading.
I said that's Goucher. Because just studying what he sound like, how he play, I said that's Goucher. LA Mass, that's Goucher. Like I can start picking it apart now to see a face with, you know what I'm saying? I took this bass line he did on there and put in one of the songs. It was so clever and slick.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta have that. And I put it in, it would work. Anthony's like, oh, where you get that from? And Goucher. And put me on Joel Smith on bass. I thought Joel Smith was just the drummer. And was like, nah, you gotta listen to him on James Moore stuff. And, you know, he playing bass on that He a Fool. Like, he started schooling me on different people to listen to, like listen to him. And like I got into Marcus Miller and, you know, all that, and Nathan East, and it was like, whoa, okay.
Oh yeah. If you absorbing all that
early.
Yeah.
Early.
And that's the thing. See, but you can always tell in your playing you didn't listen to the norm. Nah. Remember we were just talking about like certain stuff we heard by accident.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not listening to that. Like, I had a couple of guys turn me on to like Dennis Chambers, but that wasn't where because I didn't want to play like that.
Yeah, but Dennis Parliament.
Exactly.
So we was hearing them all along.
You just didn't know that was another part
Ricky
of
Lawson and
oh my God.
But like J.R. Robinson.
Yep.
Listen to Michael Jackson stuff. Listen to all like Louis Johnson.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm hearing all this. Nate Watts.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Because I love Stevie. Like Stevie Wonder's like Prince. You know what I'm saying?
How long has he been with Stevie now?
Since the 70s. I think 74 or something like that. They said that's insane, bro.
I thought my 18 years with Mary was a long
he's 70 since 74.
Golly.
Still there.
And he's still smacking.
I mean, it don't get no better than that, right?
He's still him and Stanley.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stanley.
Stanley Randolph.
Yeah, that fool, man. He's a playing fool, dog. But so now, with you in this phase, now you go through your recording phase. Because for me, I remember, and we was boys by this point, but I remember coming to see you at Maranatha.
Oh, Progressive.
That was 3 sessions in a row, though.
I did 2. Sheree did the first one.
Sheree did the first,
but you know, Christian Love.
Got you.
That was the first one. I did the next 2 with my cousin Will Stewart.
Absolutely.
And DeAndre.
Yeah.
Progressive.
So, but that was in, what year was that?
2000.
See, and that was my thing. Because even Jason Tyson did a few of those.
He did both of them.
He did both of the ones you did? Dog, and like I said, y'all, we were friends by then. But
we were friends earlier than that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Because I had made it to that level, I was looking at y'all like, dog, they cutting records.
Hold on.
Like,
that's the same year we cut Kenny.
Is it?
Yes. All of it was back to back.
But see, think about it. Yeah. Kenny was my first live record. Right. So looking at y'all cut them records, I'm like, dog, these dudes are grown men.
Man, we cut Kenny in February. We cut them 2 records the next month.
Wow.
So we rehearsed a week, then cut the record. Rehearsed a week, cut the record. Yeah. Dog, and they were spread like 2 weeks apart.
And that's my thing. And that's why I tell people, like, the respect of it. It don't matter, we brothers, whatever. But there was a certain way I saw y'all, and I was like, dog, these dudes are cutting records. They do this in they sleep.
Yeah, that was John P. Key, though.
So why you say that?
Because he prepared me and Calvin for all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we would just go down there and record for no reason.
So wait, let's go back. How did the John situation happen? How did I get on John? How did you get
Kevin
on
and
Johnny?
Calvin? I can admit it now. Everybody else needs to admit how they got on these gigs. I'm finna turn to Cat Williams now.
Oh, here we go. He about to take it somewhere else.
No, I can go back. Let's go back before John. So when I crossed over to do R&B, my real first R&B gig was Dave.
It was Dave Hollister,
right?
Yeah.
B. Kahari.
Yep.
Ernie Trill.
Absolutely.
Danny Waring and Al.
Danny Waring was playing?
Danny was the 3rd keyboard player.
I never knew that.
Yep.
And Al.
Al Willis, yep.
So Dave Hollister was officially your first.
That was my
R&B
first.
game.
Like, I did like club stuff with like what's the girl? What's the lady? LaTanya. She did If You Play Your Cards Right.
Oh yeah, okay.
That was my first. I was like 15.
But that was around 16. Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the Cotton Club.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even supposed to be in there, bro. Like I was 15, not even supposed to be in this boy. Like they said, don't move, sit right here. Don't go to the
we
bathroom.
Gonna get this whole joint shut down.
Man, they was nervous. But I was like, man, where I'm going?
Yeah.
So that was my verse, like, out of church thing. But
so how did the Dave Hollister situation happen?
Because Trail, I did that with them. And I've been knowing Trail since I was a kid. So I've been knowing him. But Dave happened because we was cutting Adrian B. King record. Ernie them produced that record. And I was like,
did Kahari do that record?
Yeah, he did one song. Chris Him and Chris.
Oh,
Miskell.
Chris Miskell?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Kahari did Well Done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that opened up my relationship because Reese was gone. So it was like, okay, we need to get somebody. And I was like 17, 18, you know, I'm like, whatever. Everything was whatever to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm in the street and that. So it's like, hey, whatever.
Whatever works.
Yeah.
I got something to do anyway.
Yeah, so what we gonna do, I'm going back to the block. So what we doing, rehearsal, whatever. All right. So doing that with them, we get Dave, because Dave and Ernie relationship. From, I guess the St. James days or whatever. So I do Dave, and from there, I'm doing Dave. Then I'm just start doing Marvin Sapp. So I was supposed to do Marvin first record.
So okay,
all this is around the same time. That's what I'm saying.
So what's crazy? So because I remember this. Remember we did it wasn't Saturday Night Sing no more. Testify, and I remember you played with Marvin. You remember that?
Yep.
And
I had the blue shirts on.
Definitely. And I was playing with our shirts were like crushed velvet. But dog, I remember I was playing with Youth Edition, and we recorded on the same day.
Same day, yep.
And me and you talked, and you was how old was you then?
I was 17. So you were
16. I was 16 then. But it was like even that being, I mean, that was a big show to us.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm like, yo, it's gonna be cameras in the audience there.
And I got played right after that show.
It was a rap. Wait, but his record.
Yeah.
They recorded
the video, everything was out.
So okay, so you were supposed to do the record.
I was supposed to do the record. I still have the demos to the songs Percy had gave me, because it was supposed to have been me and Rodney coming out as Percy's new proteges.
Oh God!
So I was hyped. I was telling my girlfriend at the time, like,
you thought you was on.
I'm this it, like, this what you've been waiting for, like.
Oh, absolutely.
Now about 97, bro. I'm playing.
Yeah,
like I'm playing like.
Oh yeah,
on
like
fire.
You know who you are then. Yeah.
But I still ain't figured the recording game out all the way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm playing though, right? So the record comes, man. No call.
You was doing the gig.
No, I wasn't even on the gig yet. Marvin he wasn't doing no gigs yet.
Oh, he was. Oh, got you.
Leaving commit. I don't know if he had left commission at the time or whatever. So they go do the record and they never tell me. But Percy ended up telling me after, like, not before the record. He ended up telling me like Steve was gonna do the record. So I was like, all right, bet, because it would have been anybody else.
Yeah.
Then Steve, it would have been. I would have.
Yeah.
Y'all would have had to move to Grand Rapids. I'm tying everything up, like, period.
Grand Rapids.
Looking at the situation, they were just coming off the R. Kelly tour.
Mm-hmm.
So chemistry, I understood chemistry at the time. Then it was like, it's Steve. All right. That's what Steve was Steve then.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm like, you know what? All right, cool. That makes sense. Then listening to the record, I was like, no, I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
You just got to be honest with yourself. I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm. I was hyped emotionally wise, but I wasn't ready.
Yeah. I
was like, okay, I needed that record to be what it be to get my mind, okay, now the video coming up. I ain't doing the video either. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. I ain't gonna cuss, but I was like, I was just dump on me. But it wasn't perfect. It was Ray this time. I was like, oh, okay. So I was hot at him.
Wait, what?
Ray the MD.
Right, but so was him and Reese working together a lot?
Well, they grew up with Reese too. But I don't know how Reese got in the picture of Marvin, because that was never the conversation. You know what I'm saying? I was always, if Steve couldn't do it, I was doing it.
Right. So you
That's
didn't
what
understand
it was.
how the play got moved
I'm
around.
like, how did, because Reese was always gone with John. Like, he was always or doing some records or whatever. Reese was never at home, really.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how did this happen?
Right.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, nigga, I was hot.
Dog, first of all, people don't understand, because the thing is, that's when, like, the whole VHS era.
That was a real thing, bro. That was a real thing.
People don't understand. Just to be on one, I'm not on one,
Mm-hmm.
but to be because even when that Marvin, I remember
Yeah.
when Ray and them bought the VHS. This when Youth Edition was working on their record.
Yep.
By this time, Youth Edition had started letting me come to the studio. Dog Ray walked in there and put that in.
And they flipped the Grace and Mercy.
My life was changed.
Yeah.
Seeing him with the MP. So again, me just watching it, I was blown away. But you knowing in your mind you were supposed to
I'm
do
in
it.
the circle. I'm like, because Reese wasn't in the circle though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, we playing at Rock of Ages together. Like, we all play at church together at the time. Like, everything. I'm like, how do this happen? Like,
Right. Did I miss something?
like, what did I miss?
Yeah.
Like, and it's just, it taught me too, nobody owe you nothing.
Yeah,
At the end of the
facts,
day,
yeah.
like, they're going to go with the choice they feel like.
Yeah.
And I learned that then.
Mm-hmm.
So that just woke me up to like, you know what? Don't nobody owe you nothing. Now, that wasn't the only thing I was dealing with in that same time because my church recorded.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do my church records. I'm playing I put the songs together. That's when I started learning the recording game. Like, producers gonna bring in who they feel like.
Yeah.
It's no personal. Like, a lot of church musicians get mad. I play here every Sunday and it's not fair. And it's
Yeah.
like, nah, y'all don't get it. I wasn't even mad because Anthony did it.
Yeah.
But the thing was, I arranged everything.
Oh, okay.
It was my arrangements then.
Yeah.
And he just played. He was like, nah, I ain't gotta change nothing. But he did his thing to it. They, of course, they gonna add what they do. But Sanchez had a long talk with me. That's my first get. You know what I'm saying? This all around the same time, bro. And Sanchez.
And what year was this?
It was 96, 97.
Gotcha. Okay.
Sanchez talked to me because I was kind of, I think I was more hurt than I personal.
Right. About the Marvin Sapp?
This before
Situation.
Marvin. This all together.
Okay, gotcha.
My church record happened then. I'm thinking Marvin might bounce back from that.
Got
I ain't
you.
get to do
Okay.
Marvin.
Yeah.
I'm kind of going back and forth, but this is all that time.
Yeah.
It didn't happen. I'm like, man, Sanchez had a long talk with me, and, you know, I needed to hear that. And that talk he had with me separated my mindset from the people I was around at the time.
Gotcha.
And I give it up to him every day. Sanchez Hard, that's my man.
Oh, yeah. I've never worked with, I always wanted to.
Chez is
Like, he
know,
was a
he know
myth,
what he
too.
want. Yeah, he know exactly what he want.
Yeah.
He told me, man, if you keep your head straight, you're gonna be the next biggest thing out of Chicago. He said, you got it. He said, but you gotta get away from them guys. They're not gonna go nowhere. When I tell you he did not lie,
Wow.
he did not lie at one word.
Yeah.
And I took his advice and I started separating myself. And these are older guys too.
Yeah.
He said they bitter and they stuck in their ways. Don't let them take you down. You got too much. And then right after that, I'm thinking, okay, this is my bounce back. Like some months later, no Marvin. I'm like, what? Like, you know, it was just, I was so hot at Ray, bro. Then they called me to do the gigs.
Because the gig we was talking about was after that.
That was after all that. So I'm doing the gigs. And then Marvin had a gig after that at the McCormick place. That same, when we left there.
Absolutely. I remember you
I got booted off the gig. Remember I told you we about to go do the gig. All of a sudden, Reese showed up to do the gig.
So the day we did Testify, you thought you was about to leave there and play with Marvin again.
I was supposed to go do Marvin at the McCormick place that night.
And nah.
And Reese all of a sudden appeared. It's funny now. That job was not funny then.
I'm sure you was hot.
I got paid for it. I got paid for the first gig, but I'm like, it didn't make sense to me.
But also the other part of that is we weren't doing it for the money.
Nah.
I'd rather you had paid Reese
and let me
play.
Yeah.
Because that we was in the mind frame of trying to, so I get it.
I just wanted to play. Like I was still in. We 17, bro. You know how it was when we was 17.
Yeah,
18. We still hungry, still fighting for just credibility. You know what I'm saying? We just want to be recognized as okay. We can play. We just want to hear that first step.
That's it.
That first acknowledgement, like, oh no, he can play. Okay, now you got that. Now you go to the next level, and the next level is like I'm still fighting for that, and it's like. Man, it's like I keep bumping my head. Like, where he keep coming from? Like,
right.
But I mean, looking at it now, it's like it is what it is. It just And then Reese left. He was doing John again. I started doing Marvin on the regular.
Yeah.
Now I'm doing Marvin on the regular. Now every weekend I'm out with Marvin. And then a few weekends I ain't go. And Calvin and calling me for John. Out the blue. All this, I'm talking about, I'm still 18 now. I'm 18.
God.
I get the call for John, and I go out. He say, man, I've been looking for you since you was 16 years old. I forgot Near Future played on a gig with him. I played,
John.
yeah, and I left. I was getting back to the block. I was like, man, I heard John P. Key show. Because we used to backline the show with Tony Shelton. Rest in peace, Pop.
So yeah.
So I was like, man, I ain't got to hear this. Like, I'm out. I'm back to the block, and I had my guy. You know how I used to have all niggas with me?
Nigga.
I was like,
so
yo.
many.
Yeah, I was like, man, I look back now, I be by myself. But I'm like, I had to get back to the block with them, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he was like, who was that bass player? I was gone already. And Reese had told him about me.
Reese was playing that night?
Reese was playing that night. I left, though.
Oh,
I
God.
dapped them up, and I was out. I didn't want to hit no
So
first
you
song.
was 16 then?
I was 16 then. So fast forward 2 years later, when I meet John, he's like, I've been looking for you. That's why the intro on my record, he say he was looking for me at 16 years old. I was 16 at the time.
Got you.
And I got with him, I was 18. And he was like, man, I've been looking for you for the last 2 years or so.
So by the time you got with John, had you done Dave? Or this was all, you had done Dave already?
I was doing Dave when I was with John.
So you got John first.
Mm-hmm.
So you were 18.
I was 18.
When you
both of them.
And see, that's the thing, dog. Like, again, John was known by his bass player somewhat. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Reese was the only bass player. Like,
dog, it was like he carved. It was like you almost didn't even hear that gig without him. Basically,
Show Up made it. That and then before Reese, what's my man name from Philly? Danny.
Play bass?
Yeah, bro. So, we used to. You remember the Gospel Fest? How important the Gospel Fest used to be.
Absolutely.
Gospel Fest '93. Never forget it. Never. When John came out with the Rolling FP, the red one. I tell him this all the time. Hezekiah, won't make you clean, all that around the same year.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
John came out with VIP. That never shall forget thing, bro. Told Grant Park up.
It was a rap.
What? And just never just thinking 5 years later. Or no, it was later than that. Because, 5 years later, that was 93. I'll be playing with him. It was crazy, bro. But Reese carved his signature in that gig. Him and Liddell, that was, bro, I caught so much flack when I first got that gig.
Yeah,
like,
I remember that.
Bro, who is this? Like, and what Reese said, I'm hearing all that. I'm like, nigga, fight. What's up? Like, it was got on that. Like,
yeah.
What y'all think this is?
Yeah.
I said, okay. I just remember you gotta put that energy in that playing. I said, all right, bet. By the time I finished playing, because it was almost like disrespectful, bro. Like,
oh, absolutely.
Man, who is this nigga? Like, this nigga, who y'all talking to? Like, it was like that, bro.
And you gotta think, John P. Key is who he is. It's like John's always been a superstar. Yep. You get what I'm saying?
He always the drummer, the bass player and the drummer.
It's like once he signs off on you, you feel like you can play for anybody. You get what I'm saying? So him looking at you in that way is like, oh no, this is my man's, but you still hearing all this outside stuff. So now you gotta.
That God of Mercy was long. Cause remember before the drum part.
That was your first album with John?
What? No, bro. My first album with him was this girl named Drea Randall that was signed to him. And this how he did it. After we get through rehearsing and all that, they pulled me to the office like, Pastor want to try you out on this song. That don't mean he's going to keep it. By this time, I'm 18, bro. I know all the games now.
Yeah.
Like, I know all the politics of... So my whole attitude with them, because I didn't even talk. They didn't even know I talked. I just was quiet and observing everything. I was like, man, whatever. My whole thing, I think I'm just filling in for Reese going to come back, not knowing this dude done gave me the gig already. But I'm not treating it like, I'm just going to put my best foot forward. Now, when I record the song, we ain't even did no show yet. We just rehearsing.
Got you.
The show ain't even, the first show was at PJ Morton Church in New Orleans. So he pulled me in the studio. Was like, all right, Timo engineered me, right? So I played. It's a song called, I don't forget nothing. Song called Difference. It's out. It's on Apple Music now.
You said Drea
Randall.
Drea Randall. Okay.
I'm 18. It was like, It's like it's a cool. Calvin had cut it already, so I played it. He came in the studio and everybody just quiet. So I'm like, if you like it. Hey, that's my head. I'm going back to the block.
Yeah.
I'm going back. You know what I'm saying? I'm going, hey, it is what it is. And he's like, man, you sound like an old man. Because I played exactly what he didn't have to tell me what to do.
Yeah, he had to talk you through it.
He was like, man. So he's like, all right. And we go do the gig in New Orleans. We go from Charlotte to New Orleans at PJ Church. And Big Mike Robinson's still alive at this time. I know Big Mike. I mean, you with John now? And PJ and them, like everybody there. Remember how the old church was? It was just like the musicians is a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what reset, man? I hear all this. Now Calvin just getting his due.
Yeah.
But he's still getting some slack.
Yeah,
of the
absolutely.
deal, like residue.
Because him and Reese, they weren't on that gig long together at all. Yeah.
So it was like, man, I was like, man, I told Cal, I just looked at them. That was my first gig. Let's go. I was ready, bro. It's like I had prepared for that.
Mm-hmm.
That moment right there. Because I had told God, I was like, God, you're going to have to do something. Because I was 1 foot in the street, 1 foot in the music. It's like something going to have to give. And, bro, it turned around like fast. And I got that call from them. They're like, man, what you doing? I was really contemplating, like, either I'm finna be the biggest drug dealer or I'm gonna be the big, like, I was at a crossroad, bro. Cause I just had my kids, like, twins at 18. So I'm like, man, something gotta give. Like, man, and it turned around, bro. Like, and I got that call and I'm thinking I'm just going to sub. Like, all right, well, it is what it is. He's like, nah, next week too. Like, yeah, come back. Yeah, you come back. Like, I just found myself on the gig, and the gig started getting. Calvin said, he said, you was the missing piece for that gig. I pushed everybody because my aggression, and he's like, you pushed. But I'm not thinking that. I'm just playing like I play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just brought me to the situation without overbearing, you know what I'm saying, trying to come in and change stuff. I'm just like, man, what y'all think about this? Is this cool?
Mm-hmm.
Because
you came from your mindset was different.
Mm-hmm.
So again, your approach, because again, you can always go in a gig sounding like the previous person, but what's the point in not having that person?
Yep, exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
Might as well keep them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, oh man, your first gig to be at PJ Morton Church, that
bro.
Because like you said, it's a certain energy.
It was
you gotta.
It was one of them, and we was running late. So everybody, we get
you already know.
Everybody waiting.
Ooh.
So it was hurry up, get off this bus, and go straight to it. Yeah, I was like, bet. I was ready. Excuse me. I was ready, bro.
Dog, I miss those type of gigs.
That's what lit your fire, though. That's that pressure.
Oh yeah,
that's pressure, bro.
Because you gotta show up.
Yep.
With no time.
No time. Like, nah, get it right. Don't worry about no sound. Can y'all hit a loop? Yep. As long as you can hit a loop. Intro. Dun, 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 dun. We in.
Dog, you know what's funny? It's funny you say that because I was telling somebody, people, like they'll see me sit down, like say I'll do a video or I'll see somebody else do one and they're not playing with ears in. Like they're just playing with a loop of what people be like, dog, you really play? It's like,
that's what we grew up on, bro.
We couldn't do this. Like,
or this.
Yeah, we didn't.
None of that.
It's like, yo, if we had an amp, and the amp may be over there by you. Yeah. But we gotta, you get what I'm saying? So we can't, even seeing y'all in that John era, it was like, yo.
They don't give enough credit to me and Calvin, though. For real, bro. Because, not saying we look for people credit, but I say, y'all missed it. Like, bro, that was some.
Oh, that was a movement.
That was a movement, bro. Like, me and Calvin pushed each other to a whole nother.
Yeah.
thing. Like like it was.
You made him like he was on here talking. And he was talking about when he was playing with the bandana.
The bandana, Bobby Jones.
That type of caliber
on his Rex.
But again, that type of we was on some. You know me, I was trying to cross barriers.
Yeah, I
was like the same. Whatever they doing out there, I'm doing it.
You was doing that at your church early,
dog.
So I told him, we said, "Oh, he ready." When we did youth edition,
absolutely.
I told Kendall, I said, "Oh, he's ready."
Oh yeah, when we was in
Texas?
Wharton, Texas, something.
What a burger!
but that's the thing, bro. By that time, I think y'all had did Kels.
Yep.
But even then, like knowing y'all had did Kels, then we was doing youth edition.
No, go back. We did Kenny.
Oh, the album.
No, his wedding.
Oh,
his reception.
His reception at the. Dog, we turned his reception into
when I played Keybase.
Yep. MS 2000.
MS when it first came out.
Yep.
You was like, dog, what's that? Me and you rolled together down there.
Definitely. Because it was in not Joliet.
South Bend.
South Bend, okay.
Yep. We rolled down there, bro. We was, man.
Shout out to Kenny for having a band.
At his reception.
Like, and we was playing with a choir.
Yeah, at his reception.
That's funny.
I'm talking about, we was on the R&B.
Oh, absolutely.
Once I got on Kenny with you.
It was a wrap.
Yeah, we was on tour.
Yeah, it was a wrap.
We was out.
Because my thing is, whatever they're going to ask us to do out here, out there, we want to be doing here already.
Yeah, you was already prepared.
Coming to like, but in that phase, like when y'all was doing, like, talk about the R. Kelly situation. Because that was in the same.
Yeah, that was all that was around the same time.
So how did the R. Kelly situation
R. Kelly happened. Kern was doing R. Kelly first. Shout out to Kern Brantley. I talked to him.
Kern Brantley, yep. Changed my life.
He changed my life. He's one of the. I saw him play Guy. New Year's Eve on New Edition Home Again tour in '96.
In person?
Yes, I was at the concert. New Year's Eve at the Rosemont. Bro.
Are you serious?
Yes. I just told him this yesterday.
That changed your life,
That changed my life, bro. That made me, Ray Beatty made me want to play R&B.
Yeah, because you saw that tour in person. You saw the 12 play tour in person too, right?
Yeah, I saw 12 play, but the TP2 tour.
Yeah.
Because I was at those rehearsals.
Got you.
And Sean Cooper played, like, that's how Luke got there. Sean Cooper.
Luke Austin.
Sean kept vouching for because they needed another keyboard for it. But anyway, Kern, Luke them on that, they come off Download tour and go to Guy. Bro, dudes. Kern them, Jeff. I think Jeff was on there. Jeff Motley. I know Kern, Gerald. Bro, they opened up a New Edition. Guy was first. I mean, not Guy. Blackstreet.
Blackstreet. Okay, got you.
It was Blackstreet, bro. They came out with that. If you need a fix, it was over.
It was a wrap.
Kern played more key bass then.
Oh, definitely.
So now all this opened my mind. I'm like, okay, that's solidified me as okay. This is what I want to be doing.
Yeah,
because I'm looking at the audience. I'm like that feeling. You know how that feeling?
Oh my God.
You know that feeling? I was like, okay, this it.
I got the same though you got to keep going, but I got the same feeling when I saw Kern and them play with Kels.
To get up on the room tour. And that's how that's how I end up getting on the gig. Cause I had
so that was because that tour was like 97, 98.
99.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
it got shut down because of the
definitely
the bed scene.
That scene was way over the top.
While they was on that tour, I was in the studio in his studio. Like we was working.
Oh, for real?
With Roy Hamilton, yeah.
Oh, got you. Okay.
That was one of the producers. But I met Kels early. Like I was around early with rest in peace to my man Big John. That's how everybody kind of got connected to him. But I got on the gig. Kendall called like, man.
Because Kendall didn't play with.
He played with Kern though.
He did. Yep. Okay, got you. Okay.
Kendall like, man, it's time, bro. Like, man, you want to do it? Because Rob want to go with the younger look. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you down? Plus, we was always together anyway. I'm like, yeah let's do it.
Kendall
it was supposed to be me, Kendall, Jason, Tyson. Me, Kendall, Jason, Tyson. and Antonio Shelton.
Yeah.
But
Drums.
Antonio wasn't playing drums like that no more.
Mhm.
Told Kendall, I don't think Antonio not playing. Actually, I'm going too far. No, it wasn't yet. It was just me first. Because Luke and Jeff were still there.
Got you.
This was,
Yeah.
This was before the
Absolutely.
view. This before all
The
that.
view, yeah.
So Tonio come, but Tonio like, he wasn't the same Tonio like he was before. So it was different. I'm like, I don't know if not for this.
Yeah.
But Donnie asked me, like, you got somebody? Who I'm playing with all the time. Pause.
Yeah.
Who? Calvin. Calvin and Dave Hollister rehearsal. We had been talking on the road about with John. We were still doing John's. I'm like, man, we was doing them gigs in between.
Yeah.
Like, man, you wanna you'll do it? Cause I think Calvin was getting ready to do that Kimberell live record in Memphis. We was talking about it then. It was like, well, man, if I can pull it off, I'm gonna pull it off. I bet. And I called him. He was in rehearsal. I went and got him.
From Dave's rehearsal.
From Dave's rehearsal. It went on a break. I was like, I picked him up and brought him to Superior Street. And it's like, yo, he auditioned to I Wish.
Really?
That was it. They was like, yeah, go sign your papers, and it was a wrap from there.
How did he play I Wish? How did he sound? Like, because again, this is the cap. And then again, I guess you said he was coming from the Dave Hollister rehearsal.
Yeah, so he was doing that,
Yeah.
but R. Kelly is totally different.
That was my
at the
thing.
time. That was totally different than
Yeah.
what Dave was doing.
So that's what
I
I'm saying.
Wish-
Did you prep him?
I
Like,
just told him to play the record.
got you. Okay.
I ain't had no like game plan. I'm like, man, just
And he's a pro,
then he's
so
a
that's
pro.
why I
Like,
said,
ain't really
yeah.
had to tell him nothing.
Yeah.
He just played the record. He listened to the track. He listened to the drops, and he memorized it fast. That's all he had to do.
Oh, yeah. He's a
And
genius
everything
at
else,
that.
like, you got time to do all. He just wanted to hear how he sounded. Then he told him to open up. I
That
tell
was-
him that. Like,
yeah, it's like, he said, wait, what'd you say?
open up. Like, oh, okay.
Right.
And it was like not even 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, go fill your paperwork out. Easy. And so after that, after we did the view,
Yep.
you
You know I got that on VHS, right?
You do.
Do you got it?
I think I got it somewhere.
Oh, okay.
The view, we did the view, right? People swear we wasn't playing live. That's not y'all. Well, who is it then?
You can hear the ring and Calvin snare.
That's us playing. It wasn't no. See, you wasn't no.
You know I know.
Yeah, it wasn't no play on top of no.
Yeah.
That's just at the end they took the sequence out, so it became live. But we was playing the whole time. Like,
Yeah.
you can hear everything, but haters gonna hate. It is what it is.
Because that was even around the same time. I don't know if it was later, but y'all did was it not David Letterman?
No, you talking about
Jay
Jay
Leno?
Leno? That was the year later after the
That was a
tour.
year later.
Yeah.
Okay. But again, it
we
was
did the first big jam.
y'all definitely
We
did.
did
Wait,
the first
so
big jam.
wasn't Dave Hollister on that big
Yeah,
jam?
y'all
too?
did the big jam. And Carl Thomas, remember Danny Weatherspoon was on there with Carl. That was the
Yeah.
very first big jam because he brought the Soul Children out. On
That
I
was
Wish.
that was the
That was
first big
very
jam
first
ever.
big jam ever. Yeah, he headlined it because John was in town that night at St. Mark, and Reese and Jamie Gamble played for him that night.
Really?
Yeah, well, it was crazy, bro. It was a lot going on that night.
And that was at the United Center, right?
Yeah, the big jam was, yeah. And so now the tour come around, they was like, okay, we just want to go all local, you know what I'm saying? But they ended up moving us to Florida. Remember, we moved to Florida for like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
And Kendall, we was like, man, we're going to go, let's get Jason. Like, bet, let's get Jason.
Yeah.
I bet. Because it's all young now. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you got Jason. And Kevin Randolph was supposed to do it.
Didn't Kevin audition?
He auditioned, but Kevin played so much. Like, Kevin play around.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kevin Randolph.
Absolutely.
He played a lot. So Donnie didn't take him serious like he really wanted to do.
And
it.
Donnie's
He said he
very
was
serious.
Donnie is always serious. Like, still
Yeah.
to this day.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So he was playing around, but Kevin could have did it. Donnie heard him playing. He's like, no, he too jazz. And he's like, nah, he was just kidding though. Like, he could.
Yeah, he could play anything.
But his first impression was like, nah,
Yeah.
who you got? You got anybody? Because my recommendation with Calvin made me look good.
Yeah.
Me and Kendall talk like, man, Jason. Jason couldn't do it because he's finna get married.
Yep. Jason got a lot of first calls.
Yeah, and like it's time to talk about it. Like we gotta stop lying, bro. Like for real.
Yeah.
And Kendall Nesbitt threw Rodney name out there.
Got you.
He threw Rodney name out there, and that's how. Because Rodney even called me and was like, "Man, you doing this R. Kelly thing?" Like, I said, "Yeah." He called you for. He said, "Yeah." He didn't know if he wanted to do it or not. He wasn't sure.
Yeah. Had he done R&B before
Nah,
that?
he never did. And that's what Donnie asked me. Like, man, can he do it? I said, "How much time we got?" Because that's not a gig. You just
you
just jump. And that wasn't even being funny. I'm like, "How much time?"
No,
he said,
because
we got time.
You got to play that like it is.
Yeah, he had to really like reconstruct his whole brain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because people, listen, and we talk about this all the time, because at that particular time, playing for Kels here was the bar.
Yeah, that was the bar.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If you going to be here, it's like, yeah, I'm going to R. Kelly rehearsal. It was like, okay.
Yeah. You was there the first day.
Absolutely.
You was there the first day.
I was like, Calvin, nope, set up like this. Because I'm like, when these
That's when
curtains
Luke
drop.
was there.
Yep, sure was. And I was looking at Luke and Jeff like, because you got to think, they was moving around with Kern.
Yep. And they was finna bring Luke back. Because Jason couldn't do it.
Oh, they were going to bring
They was going to bring Luke back.
He couldn't do it?
I don't know what happened. I don't now that part I don't know what happened.
Okay, I got you.
I don't know what, and Kendall brought up Rodney. That's how.
Because that band, so then at that point, that band consists of you, Kendall, Donnie, the MD, right?
Calvin, Rodney. It was another guy, Sam from Minnesota. He was on the third. Remember, the 3 keyboard players. He played all the aux. Yep. But he didn't make. Bro, we did all the rehearsal, and we went home. We came home for that break.
Yeah.
And go back to do production rehearsal. Nobody ever heard from him again. He made the rehearsal money and didn't
ever?
Ever. I haven't saw that dude since then.
Are you serious? Yeah. What was his name?
Sam. I forgot it. He's like, he had an African name. Calvin used to tease him all the time. Sam.
Listen.
He cold, bro, on keys.
We gotta find Sam.
I'm gonna ask Magoo. Cause Magoo,
I just talked to
guy.
Magoo. We just
shout out to Magoo, my first tech ever. James
Magoo was a
McGregor.
beast.
That's my guy.
We just sent each other a message the other day.
That's my man.
But we gotta listen, Sam. If you out there, we gotta find out what happened to you between band rehearsal
and production rehearsal.
Where are you? Like, are you still alive? Like, we want to
be alive at church somewhere.
Yeah,
that's
like
what Magoo said.
So him and Magoo knew each other.
Yeah, Magoo, that was Magoo guy. He brought him from Minnesota.
Yeah, so Magoo, we gotta find this Sam guy because we gotta find out
last name.
Because that wasn't the time you just leave a gig just to be leaving it. So Sam, you must have something for real happening.
He took that rehearsal bread and was like,
he
y'all
was done.
Have it. Like he was cold, bro.
So wait, so how did y'all? Because when y'all went out, it was only 2 keyboard players, right?
They had to end up programming it. Kendall had to go back and program.
Got you.
And we was running them 4000s, the MP and the vocal samples.
Yep, the S5000.
Yeah, about four or five of them, because his vocals was coming out of one. Like how the old way used to be, but the Kendall had to go back and program his parts, sound parts in the MP.
Oh, got you.
So, but we were taking his whole rack still went. Because, the whole record
go
program.
MIDI into, got you.
Yeah, we were still going MIDI heavy.
Absolutely,
then.
I already know.
So, man, it was, by the time we got to production rehearsal, Kendall had to do all that work, bro. Because dude never showed up.
Kendall was a genius.
Yeah, Kendall was cold,
Still
man.
is. He was, because you remember, like I said, even when we went to Texas with, I was just looking at Kendall, he had 3 keyboards. He used to use that N364. It was this one keyboard I never saw people play.
That was his board.
He knew that it's like the sounds he got out of it. But it's like Kendall, like people don't know, like back then we was using MPs like to where you got to line up. Even with Dave.
Song mode.
We was running the MP and the S3000. Like Ernie, so it's like even with that, like being in a place where it's like, and on that R. Kelly gig, y'all were playing.
Yeah, it was no, that's why they was like, they would come out with, in rehearsal, they would come out with a list. Every song from the studio, from the session. This is the patch. This is
Oh, so y'all had basically the same stuff they had in the studio.
We had identical. Don't use nothing that ain't on the record.
See,
Only thing
that's-
different I used was the MS-2000. But I learned how to. But I had an SE1 and
I'm about to say you
and
definitely
I had
had an
modules
SE1,
too.
Yeah.
But like some of those bass sounds had 2 patches in it at one time.
Got you.
So we had a genius keyboard tech, Carl Martin. He was cold, and I still got the picture from that rig. But he programmed it some kind of way that it worked, and I kind of just used the MS for like certain. I can just switch the patch and it just changed.
Oh, in the MS.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And I can use the MS for certain songs like
Yeah.
the Home Alone and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's SE1. The majority of my bass sounds is SE1.
That Joker used to have them
I got that at home.
arenas rocking.
The SE1 ain't no joke. It ain't no joke, bro. But we had to play those parts. So that's why it was important to match the sound
Yeah.
and the part. Like we learned that gig taught us the discipline. Because you gotta think we come from John. John wants you to go for blood, like
Oh yeah.
to this is like nah.
He wants you to outplay who you
Yeah.
were yesterday.
Yeah. That don't even count.
Yeah.
heard
Kels
that
wants you to
yesterday.
be exactly who you were yesterday.
I want you to be the same person every day.
Yeah.
Until he got familiar with us, then it
Mhm.
started. But it still was nah. But learning that, it opened my music mentality up. Like, damn, okay, I can really hear. I hear what he's saying. Like, okay, this the part. Like, you really had to learn that. Let me tell you, that Woman's Fed Up used to wear me out.
Really?
Cause the pauses in the song,
Yeah.
ain't no guessing. I think this it. No,
Yep.
Gotta
And it wasn't
know
no
those.
slates.
no, ain't no slates.
In your-
Ain't no notes. Ain't no writing no notes either. Ain't no
Nah.
reading none of that.
Yeah.
Nah, you gotta know it, and you watching him at the same time, and he coming in
Absolutely.
changing everything. So every time he changed, that's an edit in your head. Like,
Yep. And the way now people don't know, like even when I work with him, he's a genius.
mhm.
And
Nah,
it's
for
like
real.
anybody, like I still got the rehearsal that you gave me.
Yeah.
I think I got a rehearsal from Calvin and one from you.
Mm-hmm.
But listening to them songs, dog, like just the way he would map his shows out, it was like
It was perfect.
it was an experience. Like, yo, we're out.
Yeah,
Like, but to hear y'all play that stuff, because like I said, that's when y'all got that. That's when y'all opened the window up for Calvin's. Like, y'all vouched for me basically to do
Yeah.
Selena,
yep.
and that's
Because Selena opened up for us.
yeah, and
Yeah.
we did her. So what's funny is we thought we was going on tour with y'all.
Mhm. We did too.
Dog, I was like, yo, I didn't care how much they
We
was
thought
paying.
you was going
Dog, and then it ended up. It didn't happen, but of course they ended
because
up.
Sunshine Anderson band went.
Is that what happened?
Because Selena opened up. Sunshine had she was hot. They heard it all before.
Oh
song.
yeah.
I think Mike City did that song.
Okay,
and it was hot. She
Yeah.
had a band.
that song was hard. Yeah,
So that's how. If it weren't for that, y'all would have definitely.
man, I was so hyped. But then I think they end up using. We cut a live dat for her, but that's what they called it, a live dat.
Yeah, show that.
Yeah, show that. But it was like even in that, bro, like to see y'all, because now I'm talking to y'all, and y'all like, yeah, bro, we in rehearsal for like 12. I was like, 12
It was
hours?
12 hours a day, bro. Like it was supposed to be 12 to 12, noon to midnight. It started like that for like a week, maybe. He would show up at 10 o'clock p.m. So now rehearsal just started when he get there, because you can't tell him, all right, well, we out of here in 2 hours. No, we live in Florida, so where y'all got to go? So it was like, okay, if he gonna come at 10, we gonna push the rehearsal back to 6.
Yeah.
Like, we gonna go 6 to 6. 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. All right, cool. So if he show up at 10, because we had a lot of ground to cover. Like
Yeah.
we was learning the songs, but he didn't even know the order of the songs yet and how much of the song. Like we had to learn all the songs to get the feel of the songs.
So to learn the entire record.
Entire record, old and new. So
And people don't know, with him, you're doing that song like 10 times back to back.
oh, for sure.
You know what I'm
Donnie,
saying?
2 more times, my friend. 6 more times. Like that's Donnie. He gonna wear you out.
It's
with that
like
song.
Donnie. It's only 2 notes in this song.
Yeah, but yeah, we need to do it again. My man right there messing up. One person mess up.
We all.
Yeah, we gotta do it
Yeah.
again.
And that's the thing. Like people don't. That's a whole like that's like a sergeant type mentality. But it also, I mean,
we call it BT. We call ask Magoo. We call it basic training.
Really?
Still to this day, me and Magoo see each other. We be like BT. It was basic training, bro. Like literally, like we was in boot camp.
That's but it's like you actually end up appreciating that.
Oh, for sure.
Because it showed you it showed you discipline. It takes a whole thing because you have to take you out of it and give them what they want.
Yeah, because as a musician, you want to add your own flavor. It's like, nah. Play this, what's on this record. I'm glad we got it that early because after that, he wasn't so much involved like he was with us. Like, because I talked to, what's his name, DeJuan. I was asking him, like, man, how was the tour? He's like, he really wasn't present like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, like, did DeJuan tell you how you got the gig?
Yeah, he got it through you.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but no, not even that. Not even that. But I'm saying I was still mad that I couldn't do the R. Kelly gig.
We were supposed to do it. So that's a whole nother. We were supposed to do the best of both worlds.
The best
tour.
of both worlds. Oh,
see, if he would have used the band, he wouldn't have went through that stuff he went through.
Yeah, the tour probably wouldn't have got shut down.
Him trying to use the DJ and all that. It's like, bro, that ain't what you do.
Like, do what you do and let Jay-Z do what he does. Now, I remember because we was about to play, I think me and you was together, we was about to play for Kenny at the Chicago Southside Fest or something. Mm-hmm. And Kendall called us.
Yep.
Like, fellas, I don't think it's happening. Or
Donnie hit me.
That's probably, okay.
Donnie hit me.
Yeah. Man.
Because he was, because he had asked about you.
Yeah.
He said, man, who is this kid Rex?
Right.
I say, yeah, what about Rex? I said, my dog, what's up? He said, yeah, because they saying the gig, it was going more of a hip hop side. Because it was going to be one band for everything.
Yeah.
That was the
layout.
Beginning layout. So he's like, man, I need somebody more hip hop. I was like, well, he's hip hop and R&B, like easy. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, I think did Kern get him I think Kern gave him.
I think Kern gave him.
I definitely think Kern gave him your name because he called. And I was like, he's like, well, it's gonna be us. Like, bet. We supposed to start with her. We talk. I'm like, well,
I was like, we made it.
Like, we finna kill this. Like, we just had to like, it's just the Chicago in us. Like, we was just like, you know what? It's on. You was like, you just want to play Body's Calling. That's it.
That's it. Like, we could have did that for 3 hours and I'd have been cool. And I wouldn't have moved.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have moved. But see, that's what people don't understand. Everything that we were rehearsing, practicing, mentally going over in church, behind these community choirs, to us.
That's tour. That's tour.
Now it's time for us to do that on a bigger stage.
Yep. You already prepared. Following the director and just paying attention and how to flow.
Yep. That's why doing shows, it was like
just learning the music. It's just learning the okay, what transition we gonna do?
That's it. But so let me ask you this. So doing that Kales tour, because that was your first tour. Mm-hmm. Like,
that was
did you tour?
First major tour.
Yeah. Did you tour with Dave Hollister?
Nope.
Okay.
I was gone.
When Dave, by the time he toured, you was, because I was there by then.
He was just doing like spot days. Spot days.
Yeah, because by the time he toured,
and see, Kahari was the drummer when I was with Dave.
And then Calvin. Okay.
But then I went to Rob. I went straight to Rob.
Yeah.
Dave was like, this always home. And, you know, right. We was in Detroit together.
Absolutely.
When we went to Detroit. What a night.
Yep. B, Tiff.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, dog. People don't understand.
I drove you to Detroit.
You weren't even playing. And I had to play for Dave Hollister. He was like, oh, bro, let's
That's right.
Because it was like you was on break.
Yeah, I was on dating, what's the name at the time?
Yeah. Dog, that's a whole different people. And then that's when
I'm
Reggie.
Like, let's ride. Let's go.
Reggie and them got in a fight.
They fought the Rough Riders. Man, Reggie, they say he in the hospital. So Reggie did R. Kelly with us too.
Yeah, he did do hard. Yeah, I did hear. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Prayers up to you, bro. Reggie Lewis, my brother.
That was my co-MD.
Yeah.
On Dave.
Yeah.
He used to keep me in line. He used to get. That's my man, man.
But
But
see, was we even doing Kels then? No, we wasn't doing Kels yet.
when?
Cause Reggie wouldn't have been on Dave.
No, y'all was doing Kels before Reggie got. Which you was doing Kels
Yeah, I was
before
okay.
Reggie
Yeah, it
got
wasn't the
there.
tour yet.
Yeah,
Yeah, because Reggie did the tour.
yeah. Reggie did
Reggie
the tour.
did the tour, right?
While y'all was doing the other stuff, Reggie was
Reggie
still with us.
y'all, yeah. And
Yep.
Rodney the one got Reggie on
Yep.
because it was a whole nother dude rehearsing with us for rehearsal.
Who?
I don't know the dude name. He look like Tyrese. So,
He was who was in the rehearsals?
that was the dude.
So I'm saying what was the band?
It was me, Rodney, Kendall. It was the
It was the regular band.
yeah,
and this
but
guy.
the background singers.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
okay,
was the
okay.
background
He
singer,
said
but
look
he
like
looked like Tyrese. But they let him go quick.
Did he have any female singing?
Yeah, the two Samada and Christina.
I know Christina was light skinned, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got you. So that tour, because again, like in that time, you were doing a lot of, again, you was coming off John,
Yeah.
Doing that whole thing, but doing the Kels gig, from there it went to what for you? Because I know playing for R. Kelly, that's an experience in itself.
Oh yeah, that was it was like at the time you say the biggest gospel act. John was really technical.
Yeah.
That Not Guilty record went crazy.
Yeah, I was going.
It's
Yeah,
like platinum now.
absolutely. I'm
So,
sure.
that then you got R. Kelly. So I had to balance these two big gigs.
Yeah.
So after him, I didn't do. Oh, we did Smokey. Remember?
Facts.
We
We
did
did
Smokey.
do Smokey.
Me, you,
People don't
Buster,
know.
Jason.
People don't even know I played for
We
Smokey.
Smokey
Norfolk.
first band.
Facts. Yeah.
We did Smokey. We did Smokey, and I played for him for a long time, and I was with John still. So I really wasn't doing no more R&B because Rob, we were supposed to do the best of both worlds. Then all the other stuff happened. And
Yeah.
after that, I didn't do it. Then Sheree started doing the gig. I ended up finding out how that happened later on, but it's all
Doing
good.
Kels.
Yeah, I got sniped off.
You got.
I ain't gonna be Cat Williams.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save it for part 2.
Yeah. The the rated R version.
Yeah, and I ain't hate on Sheree. Sheree, my man, I ain't care. He didn't do it.
For
But
sure.
I know what happened.
Yeah.
Rob ended up telling me some years later.
For real.
See, the truth gonna always come out. Always. That's why I be knowing stuff about people, bro, that try to low key do stuff to me, bro. And I just laugh.
It turns.
Yeah, bro. It's like, it's cool. You could do that. That's fine. And I find that's cool. It's two things I can do. I can do something about it, or I can do something about it.
Yeah.
I can leave it alone, or I can put the energy there.
Absolutely.
Not even worth it, bro. Cool.
On no level.
No. So I just, that's a mindset I had to learn because I know I could take stuff too far.
Yeah. I mean,
You know
we
what I'm
ain't
saying?
always been there.
You
That's
know
for
me,
damn sure,
like
yeah.
you call me, I'm going. Like, but and then like around that, I took a kind of break for a minute. I was going through the next phase of what's next, and me and Damo, like shout out to my cousin Damo Farmer, like we would be talking on the phone all day, every day. Just when he moved, he'd be going through his stuff, he going through, I be going through my stuff. We just talk to each other, like, and then like. He was in, I'll never forget, this was some years out later. Like he was he was already out with Tony Braxton doing the Vegas thing.
Oh, okay.
Damo bought a condo. He 21, 22.
Dog, listen.
Interior deck. I said, wait a minute, interior decorator? I'm talking about. Damo, I'm talking about off the chain.
It's like he left here. He was just like, I'm
not
done.
coming back.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Cause when I'm talking about interior decorator, I never heard about nobody there. I know but he was young. I was like,
he's making
keep
moves.
going, bro. I say, yeah. And I was just
moves.
talking to him. It was like, cause I got to a point I felt staggered. Like, but I realized I moved out the way to start opening doors for like everybody to come behind me in Chicago. I was like, I'm not trying to be no gig whore. Like I'm holding on to.
Yeah.
So by this time, I've done all the community choirs, done Kenny records and all that. Kenny, the only one can talk me back into coming back to do
Possibly.
And I go back to do playing for Kenny all those years up
Yeah.
until like, because we do his record and that second record. And then 2006, I go on tour with Yolanda.
Oh.
Quinn,
Yeah.
so that was a whole
I forgot
nother,
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was a whole nother thing. And, you know, and from that, I'm still in this space. You know what I'm saying? I'm still in like, man, what's next? You know how you feel like you hitting the ceiling and it's like, I'm like, man, like I ain't rushing myself, but I'm like, I know I'm supposed to be doing more than this. Like, man, bro. And I was telling Damon, like, man, cause like, man, it's almost like you get depressed. Like, I'm driving what I want to drive, and it's like this is before any gigs. I'm living like I'm good. But it's like musically, I'm like, nah, something ain't right. Then he called me, like, man, Nissan looking for you. Everything changed. Shout out to my brother Nissan. Life has never been the same since.
Dog, I swear. Nissan, I remember Nissan reaching out. And he said the same thing Damo said. He was like, what's up with Tone? I said, my nigga Tone? I said, because I think that's when the Diddy thing.
Yep.
That's what it was. Yep.
And they was handpicking.
Yep.
People.
Because by that time, I had locked in, you know, me and Nissan, we was here.
But I knew Nissan, but we wasn't like.
Yeah, y'all hadn't.
Yeah, we wasn't like y'all was.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
Nah, we had, we hung out because I knew Warren. Like, I met Warren through Teddy. And,
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'm especially going with John to LA. Like, that was like that Faithful Central gig, bro.
That changed everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, it was like, all right, Nissan call. It's like, man, Puff handpicking. Like, I like Puff. He said, keep it on the low. Like, don't say nothing. Like, all right.
Yeah.
I ain't look back.
Because you got to think about it, bro. Puff, he was untouchable.
Yeah.
Like, when I say that, like, again, he ain't from here.
Icon, yeah.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
See, it's like, it's one thing, and no disrespect, because we all from Chicago.
Right.
I love playing for people here.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a difference when you start getting calls from people out there.
And we never moved.
Yeah, we never moved,
Yeah.
for sure. So it's like to get those calls, you look at those people like, are they even checking for me?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
do they see me knowing I'm not where they are?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So in those moments, you like, oh my God. So I'm looking at you like, yo, you doing Puff?
Yeah, and that was on the low. Only
Yeah, only us
only we knew.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't, because once I got out there, it was like, all right, now it's new for me because now it's Spanky.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Like,
Spank
I know
was on
Spank them
John.
from Ty when we used to be with John. Ty was coming up. Like, they was becoming who they are.
Oh,
Like, you know
absolutely.
what I'm saying?
They were moved.
Yeah, so it was like, okay, this is Ty. Okay, this is Ty. Okay, it's Spank them, and I'm the only one from Chicago. I'm looking in the room like I'm the outsider.
So
the vibe-
everybody was from the East Coast?
Everybody was from Philly.
That I
June.
didn't. Oh, yeah.
It
Okay.
was the whole Philly. Aaron Draper.
Yeah. That's
But
my
Aaron
bro, yeah.
Draper was my man from the gate. He's like, bro, you play with John P. Key. Like,
Oh, yeah.
so Spank, it wasn't no like, but at first it was kind of like, man, this is weird.
Yeah.
But it's started getting me out my comfort zone. It's like, you got to get used to not being around. And then when Sean Carrington got on the gig, I was cool.
Yeah. I was just about to ask us because I was actually literally just about to ask you. So he didn't start the gig with
No,
you?
Kurt Chambers was on the gig.
Gotcha.
That's why I said it was all Philly.
Got you. Okay.
All Philly. And something happened with him. I don't know if he couldn't do it or I forgot the politics of that. But,
Yeah.
And then Nissan called Sean, and that was
Sean Carrington was another. Rest in peace, Sean.
that's my left hand man.
You already know. You already know how I felt about that. It was like with him,
Rest in peace, man.
he reminded me of, because I met Sean, we was sleeping on Ouija's floor.
Shout out to Weeds, Detroit.
We was
Marcus
sleeping,
Divine, Haddis Day,
dog.
Gerald.
Literally, like Terrence Hurd, he lived there. But looking at Sean in that moment, like, No, he was going out with Mario.
Yeah.
He was just doing stuff. He's like, yeah, man, I got
Genuine.
I said, bro, you playing with who?
Yeah.
Because I hadn't made it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even when y'all got the Diddy thing, it was like, oh, yeah, Sean, this is what he do.
Yeah, it was like, me and him was like hand in glove.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, oh. We never played together before, but I just saw him like maybe either a year before that or a few months before that at Bobby Jones. He playing with Dietrich.
Oh,
we was there with Smokey.
Okay.
He just came off the Destiny Child stuff.
Yeah.
With Kern them. Or
Yeah.
was it Beyonce, the live in?
They did Destiny Child first.
Then I think it was the Beyonce thing.
Oh, okay.
So I was like.
It was almost unreal.
Yeah, but I couldn't tell who that was. Because Sean's so shy. You know how shy he was.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. And I met Sean when he was playing with Timothy Wright back in the day. When I was with John. That's what I'm saying. Him and his brother CC. That's what I'm saying. We go back. I go back with DW when he first started playing bass.
Yeah.
So it's like the history and relationships that, you know what I'm saying?
It's
we
like,
build.
actually, pause. Going back to Timothy Wright, the first gig I did with Ricky Dillard was in Philly.
We was on that show.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But remember, it was Timothy Wright.
Yes.
Ricky Dillard
and John.
and then John.
Yep.
And that was my first. I was like, yo, man, you got to do it.
We
and
was rushing in to hear you play with Ricky.
Dog, to see y'all fools come in, and I'm sitting on drum. I think it was Mike Taylor, of course, MD, Derek Hearn.
Yep.
I don't remember. Was Rick playing?
No, Rick wasn't playing with y'all. Who was playing keys?
Yeah, I don't even remember.
I don't remember, bro.
But it was like to see y'all, because it was like
Kevin was supposed to be playing, because Kevin was still playing with Ricky. But
so maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was a 3-piece because Kevin was late.
No, Kevin didn't play. We was all together.
No, but what I'm saying is maybe Kevin did he tell them he would be there?
No.
Oh, gotcha.
Ain't no telling. His steering wheel probably fell off his car. So,
that's what I'm saying. Maybe he was like, I'll figure it out. But it could have just been us three.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't remember who played keys. We was just coming, like we was just making sure because Calvin was hype. I ain't gonna hold you. He was hype. Like, I got Rex doing Ricky. Like, I know he's finna kill it.
Dog, because you got to think, man, I had followed him around and then everything he was doing,
right.
I was just waiting in line. I'm like, yo, whatever. So when he was like, yo, it's this gig, he was like, I'm on the gig.
But we couldn't do 2 artists.
Yep. He was like, I ain't gonna be able to do Rick. I was like, definitely.
Yeah.
So of course we had to talk to because I think I was 16 then.
Yeah, you was a shorty.
Like I was 6. So it was like, but in that
was my first year with John.
That was your first year.
Yeah, like my first few months. Like I wasn't even a year in yet.
But see, dog, I swear, and then we get back to talking about the other situation. But I swear, because Ricky, you know, they was on some, soon as we play, we leaving.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, you gotta let me hear these fools intro. Because for me, it's like, knowing y'all came there, so I know y'all didn't sound check.
Nope.
So I'm like, yo, what they about to do? Dog, it's like the place just, they sat there and waited. Y'all was checking with y'all. I said, yeah, my boys, they done made it.
Dun, dun, dun.
And then just to see Calvin, y'all, it's like y'all were grown men.
Yeah.
You playing while you tuning your
yeah.
I
Trying
was
to
like
dial in a little bit, yeah.
Kevin Rant, I was like, see, these are my boys.
Spank them was there that night.
They played?
No.
Oh, they were just right, because it was wow. Really?
Yep. Spank them was there.
That's dog, that night was crazy. Cause even I swear to you, bro, because I said I had to leave like about y'all the end of y'all first song. Even riding the bus back here, I was just like, yo, that's my next move.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at y'all like, okay, because I already
doing this, yeah.
Because it gave me another thing to aspire to be like.
And we was looking to like Ethan. I was always looked to Ethan.
Yeah.
That was like Ethan. I ain't gonna say was. That's my big brother.
Yeah, yeah.
I always like that was how you and Calvin.
Yeah.
So I looked to Ethan like that.
And
yeah.
Ethan was a lot of firsts.
Yeah, for sure.
I told somebody, and I want to say you said you was there, but remember that Brandy had a show at the Rosemont,
Mm-hmm.
and Ethan and Jamie was playing.
Oh yeah.
They used to show this concert every Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I heard, that was Ethan's first time playing key bass. But the way that fool played key bass for Brandy Tone, and you know how I am.
Yeah,
like
Ethan, he's an alien, so he gonna figure anything out.
I was like, and seeing him, like Montez was there.
Yeah.
Like seeing him, I'm like, dog, like y'all hearing Jamie. People.
That's my dog. Shout out to Jamie Gamble.
Jamie got absolutely. But look, like I'm glad you brought Ethan up. Like looking at people, like he was a lot of first.
Yeah.
Like moving and just doing certain things that we weren't used to seeing.
Yeah. Me and Ethan used to. The crazy part. Me and Ethan we used to tech for Tony Sheldon. We used to
Really?
do backline. Yeah. Like that's the crazy part. Like
I didn't know that.
when he was living here, like
Yeah.
because he'll go out and do them plays too.
Yeah.
But like when he was in, like we be going out, and like I think that opened his mind up to like, wait a minute, this. Yeah, we used to do that. Like that, we all.
I
He
never
like
knew that.
I remind him all the time of that. Yeah, because that was an eye opener. That's how I met Terry Lynn, the drummer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we used to do. They used to just like the smooth jazz stuff and play like do Sable. Tony Sheldon used to do all the rentals for everything.
Oh, he was
So,
running it. Yeah.
we get on with him, and like that's like for me, that's why I used to get my amps from. I ain't had no amp, like I ain't had no money to buy no amp and all that
makes
stuff.
sense. Yeah.
So I used to use a lot of his stuff. I just had to work it off when he needed some,
Yeah.
extra hand. I ain't mind.
yeah, you would have
Yeah.
rocked with him anyway.
Yeah, I'll do it for free. You let
Yeah.
me use your amp, fine, but I would have did it. But like Ethan to do some of those, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. But so that's what I'm saying. But even like I've been on Ethan so long when he was playing at PT.
Yeah.
So we go back. We go back so long. I was taller than Damo when we met. Damo had to be
Really?
10. Yeah. I was 13. He was 10.
That's crazy.
I was taller than him. He wasn't even playing bass yet. That's what I'm saying. Like the history of that. Like when we said
Yeah.
we family, like
Absolutely.
we really family. Like Jabo, like that's Jabo my blood. Anyway,
yeah.
So that's
Jabo,
Yeah.
that's my
yeah,
brother.
you already know. But yeah, man, it's the history. So Ethan made me see like, okay. And every time I went to LA, even out there with John, I'm calling him, he pulling up, and it's always love. Baby bro, I'm coming. Like it's everything. If he in town, but they just made me look at it like, okay, what am I doing?
Yeah.
But then moving to LA ain't no joke. Why people think you can just up and like, that's a whole nother, thing. LA ain't no.
No, LA ain't no walk in the park.
Nah.
I mean, I look up the guys that actually have moved there and been successful. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Me personally, I couldn't handle living in LA. Even when I went there during the time of Idol, dog, I didn't go nowhere. Like I was like,
Could have made it. It's just finding the rhythm of LA. That's
yeah.
all.
And it's, I
did
bet
for
you also
6
got to,
I mean, I technically still live there too, but
yeah.
6 straight years of living there. So LA is just finding the rhythm of it. Cause like Chicago, we know how it move.
Yeah.
It's just finding once you figure it out, like, okay, it moved like this.
And I
like
think,
this.
you know what it is? I think for me in LA, I would have had to figure out how to maneuver when I wasn't working.
Yeah.
Because LA
the
is
flip.
such a work field. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You move there to work.
Yeah.
So now if I'm here and I'm not working, what do I do?
Get some rest.
Yeah,
That's what
right.
you do.
Yeah, so it's like I look at the guys that have actually juggled and like, oh, that's big. You know
It's
what I'm
a
saying?
grind. That's the thing. People think you just, oh, this my boy, he gonna put me on. Like, nah, it don't work like that.
Oh, no.
Like, nah.
That it
Because
doesn't.
I'm gonna take some food out of my mouth to make sure you eat. Like, it's cool, but
Right.
I look out, but you can't depend on. It's a grind. Like, you got to figure like what you do. And
Yeah.
LA is, I say it all the time. LA is the city that exposed any weakness you got. What you
Yeah.
mean by that? For instance, me, I had a weakness in patience.
Mhm.
I'm used to Chicago. I can get up and move fast, everything. Chicago fast.
Yeah.
LA don't move like that.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, slow down. And it exposed my patience.
Yeah.
So,
Lack thereof.
bro, I'm talking about when I say exposed it,
Yeah.
slowed me all the way down to the pace I'm at now. Like I needed that because now I live at a certain rhythm. Now you can't speed me up, you can't slow me down. It's like LA put me right in this certain pocket, and I love it. Like I'm at a mid tempo, so
definitely
I ain't going nowhere. I'm right locked in with the click, but yeah, it you know, like partying your thing, it's gonna expose it.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna expose like I seen some of the best. Yeah, ate up out there in the first not even 6 months, 60 days.
Oh yeah, because you don't know what it is until you're actually in it, and when you get in it and know you can't handle it,
it's too far from home. It's too far from home.
And it's literally like dropping you in the middle of everything you want to be attached to.
So figure it out. You want it this bad? How far you gonna go for it?
And it's like, I'm only going so far.
Yeah.
it's like I'll do without.
Only thing I hate, I wish I would have moved. I wish I would have moved to LA earlier, but then I don't.
Yeah.
Because the mentality, like your mind gotta be right. And I think younger me, I wouldn't have been good out there in LA. Not that I moved at the right time, you know. Yeah. And because your time is your time.
Yeah, because I mean, when you moved, you was always around men, and you came up more mature. But by the time you went there, you knew who you were. Yeah, you had been through enough.
Yeah, I ain't have to make no name for myself, and it's like the people just had to get used to seeing you. Like, oh no, you really do live here. Like, cause a lot of people be lying. Yeah, I live in LA, and
they get a 310 area code.
Just because you got an LA number 818 and all that does not make you a resident.
For real,
I still have my same number living in LA.
Yeah,
so it's not for everybody. Like I tell a lot of people, it's more cities. You know what I'm saying? If you just want to move out your city, go check out some other cities. Go visit first.
Yeah. Because there's actually some other cities you can really come up in.
Yeah, if you know what if your grind got to be the same everywhere.
Absolutely.
Like, you can't be comfortable. Like this is real business. Like this music game is real levels in relationships.
Oh, absolutely it is.
You can say gatekeepers, all of it exists. You know?
Relationships we're the ones that keep this community going.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't the artists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Musicians hook musicians up.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the artists, they're human too. Like, let's start there. Like, because I'm on this whole thing. We all on the same level. Mm-hmm. So for me, the artists are human. So them having a bad day, they're allowed to have that. Yeah. But don't take them showing you love one day as in, oh no, now I don't need. No.
Yeah.
It don't work that, because just like they're an artist, they're also superstars. Mm-hmm. They'll wake up tomorrow and act like they didn't.
We was on the same tour together and know that.
Mary J and Jay-Z, 2008.
Yeah.
The Heart of the City.
Heart of the City.
That tour should have went out for 2 years.
Yep. You just got to know your place. At the end of the day, like, don't think you closer than what you actually are.
Yeah.
If you can't reach out to the artist yourself, like got their number, like, and they actually give you their real number, not the other number.
Absolutely.
Don't think you closer. Like, nah.
And what's funny is sometimes even if you have that number,
don't think you can just call them.
I know.
Yeah.
So it's
I ain't never doing that.
Yeah, it's like, no, just every relationship that it took to get you there is more than likely the relationship is going to take to keep you there. And it may not be with that exact same person, but it may be via that person. You get what I'm saying? Yep. So for me, like we was talking about the Nissan call you got.
Yeah.
That was a relationship call.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, you find out what you need to know about this dude, and it's like, oh yeah, by the way, puff this, puff that.
And come in and do the job to make you look, then Jamie Foxx happened after that.
Right.
Another relationship call. My brother Lonnie
Burrell,
who I met doing John. We 18.
Oh yeah. For sure. He was
Lonnie Burrell, Stan Lewis.
Yeah.
And Thundercat, Stephen Bruner. Those were like some of the first LA natives I met that always been cool with me when I was 18.
Gotcha. So you and Lonnie met on John.
Yep. We was
No,
18.
Lonnie was so out of control at that Bobby
Oh,
Jones
yeah,
thing.
crip walking and stuff.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
This nigga Lonnie crazy.
So it was Puff, then Jamie Foxx.
And within the months. Yeah, I did Puff, the press play stuff.
Yeah.
He ain't going
That's when y'all was wearing a suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He put us in a European cut. Like, dude, what is this?
European.
But, all right. Do Puff. Do Jimmy Kimmel. Week later, I'm back in L.A. doing Jamie.
So, when you get to Jamie, who's playing for Jamie? Or did he have a band already?
Yeah. Craig just had left. So I thought I was going to get to play with Craig.
Yeah, Craig, yeah.
So Craig left. Bennett was there.
Okay.
Bennett, Charlie was in and out. Jamie Gamble was on drums.
Okay. So Lil Jon played before Jamie Gamble?
Had to be.
Okay.
Had to be. I thought Teddy did because Ricky Minor was doing that. When they did Oprah and all that.
Yeah, maybe I saw a few shows with Lil Jon.
Lil Jon probably did do it.
Okay. But when you got there, Jamie was
already on.
Okay, got you.
Because I had got the call back then. Back in like a year before I actually did it.
Oh, okay.
But of course, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So they went with the LA band, which is it's the home.
That local thing be showing up.
But then it came back around. Lonnie called like, nah, Fox want to make a move. Said we just need a keyboard player, and I put Rodney on it.
You call Rodney?
Yeah.
So what year was this? Because that's
2006.
So did you call Rodney based off of what you saw could be done after the Kale situation? Because had you and Rodney been working together consistently? Since you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't. Yeah, that's why I'm asking. So what made you call him?
I don't know. I don't really know. They needed somebody that played keys because Kevin Randolph was supposed to do it, but he couldn't have did it because he was in Vegas with Tony Braxton.
Oh, okay. This was during that time, yeah.
So they was like, get somebody. I'm like, man, who is a keyboard player with the experience? He had this. R. Kelly give you.
Oh, definitely.
That's on your resume. Yeah. They give you a good. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, he played with. They thought, okay, we're gonna go with who you say.
Yeah.
And that's how I went. I got him on it off the strength of we had did R. Kelly together.
Yeah.
So.
And
see, Kendall really wasn't a piano player like that.
Yeah, he was like a 2.
Yeah, and it was like you all know all that. That was around the Ray Charles stuff. So they really wanted a piano player that
they wanted somebody who was about to stretch.
Yeah,
if need be. Yeah.
So it was like it was no personal nothing. Like it was like, nah, I think he can do it. Like
yeah. No, I remember that band.
Like I'm like, nah, he can do it. Lonnie's like, we gonna go with what you say. I trust your judgment.
Did y'all tour?
Yeah, we was out for 8 months.
Oh God, what was it?
Unforgettable.
Unpredictable.
Unpredictable tour. I'm talking about Unforgettable. The comedy.
I didn't know y'all was out that long.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
bro, it went out from November to May. Yeah. They made us sign deal memos, everything.
Really?
November to May. We caught every big thing that was going on. Pause. Like the Super Bowl, All-Star. We was in all those cities at the same time.
Oh,
and the Bears went to the Super Bowl that year. In Miami.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, so we and they showed me love. Shout out to Jamie Foxx, man, Marcus King, Lonnie Burrell, Bennett, you know, the whole crew, Jamie, Angie Fisher, Erica. We had a good time. Debbie May, rest in peace. AT was the production manager.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Alan Thompson. Detroit again.
Oh, AT was straight Detroit.
AT straight Detroit. Man, it was that tour was long. Then from that tour, I go home trying to figure out the next thing.
Yeah.
I'm in LA doing Nicole Scherzinger for Ethan.
Pussycat Dolls.
Yeah, I'm doing her gig, right? Me, Raul Lewis, and what's the name? Barrett from here. Donald Barrett.
Yeah, I was about to say Donald, yeah.
So we doing Nicole. We do some tapings for her. So Nissan, even when I'm in LA, Nissan will come get me. That's how the first time I ever ate at what's the restaurant they just closed downtown? on Michigan.
What, here?
Yeah. It's upstairs. Grand Lux. Remember
Oh,
Grand
yeah.
Lux was in
In
Beverly
the-
Center?
Oh, absolutely.
Nissan used to take me there all the time. Like, if I'm in
Nah.
LA, he pulling up.
Now listen, so you gotta remember where you at in that story. I got a quick story. Now, first of all, I bought Tahoes because of Nissan.
Nissan, see?
And Nissan was the first guy, like, he picked me up when he called me to come out there to do some stuff with Tweet. This dude picked me up, the white Tahoe. We pull up to the Beverly
wheels.
Center.
Mm-hmm.
Now he drops his car to get his car washed.
Yeah, while you waiting?
He said, "Oh, let's go up here." I said, "Okay."
Another
Car
level.
wash at the mall. Because I'm
Noted.
like, dog, that's a whole nother level. Yep. So yeah, no, I get it.
So he would pick me up, Nissan. But even if we just chop it up, go eat or something.
Mm-hmm.
So he had sent. I go up to center stage where he at. He called. He's like, "Man, what you got going on? Like, who you out here with?" Because I always check in.
Yeah,
that check in thing is real. Like, I don't know
really
why people think it ain't. It's real. So I check in like I'm here for, you know what I'm saying, a few weeks or whatever. All right, cool. We meet up. He's like, "Man, what you got going on?" I said, "I'm doing this and this." He's like, I might have something for you. Like, all right, bet. Hit me back like, "Man, 50 Cent."
Oh,
I was like, "Bet." Maybe a day later, he's like, "No, hold off. That might not happen because Puff finna make a play on something else." Because he was still Puff MD at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "I bet." I'm like, 50, that's cool.
Yeah.
He said, "No, we gonna do 50. I need you to do Puff." I bet. Jay-Z. Said Puff want y'all, he want the band to do Jay-Z. But I can't be there. So I need you to run it. He was at the beginning.
Yeah.
Put it together. And he told me to run it from there. That's how we got on Jay.
And that was doing
American Gangster.
Yeah, the movie.
Yep.
That's because I remember y'all did the House of Blues in Chicago.
Yep.
That
yes,
joint
sir.
was going crazy.
Yes, sir. He had me MD in. It's like,
so who was the band then?
It was the same band.
Tony,
Sean,
right?
Ken Whalum.
Yeah.
Sonda Sermon. I think Lee was playing trumpet. Lee Hogan. Shedrick Mitchell was playing keys.
Oh, really?
Jers was playing.
Yeah, Jers. La Familia.
La Familia.
Joe
La. Jers. Man, who else? And the singers. But that was it. That was the band,
wow.
Sean.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the band.
So then it goes from that into now you got because you was with Jay-Z for a minute, but it went to the merge of like now the Omar situation.
So the Omar situation happened after American Gangster.
Okay.
Because it was something with, I don't know, it was something with the keys or something. Jay wanted to switch it out.
Okay.
And then by Nissan was moving around.
Yeah.
So the production manager did some underhanded crap. I ain't gonna even mention his name. But he did some underhanded stuff, and then Omar there.
And that's around the time, because you remember with that tour.
Yep.
Hardest.
We weren't even gonna do the tour. It was supposed to be y'all.
Yep.
Been one band to do it.
Yeah, and it was like we had, we were still trying to figure out a lot of what we had happening, but we had, somebody.
You
already know.
It's always the politics, man. Always.
And it was like, man, why didn't y'all just say something? But anyway, whatever ended up happening, and then because of course we close anyway.
Yeah.
So once we found it, I was like, oh, they here?
Yeah.
And then that's when we was in Miami.
Flew us out like quick.
That was because
get here
right before, because we had another week of band rehearsal right before production rehearsal. So
that wasn't my first time meeting. I've been knowing Omar, but that was my first time working with him.
Working with him, right? Yeah.
I mean, we jailed like Omar's the homie, so
yeah. But that was the first time y'all worked together on that tour.
Yep.
Got you.
So it was then he was getting married that year too, so he didn't do most of the Europe because we did that run and went straight to Europe after that.
Because we did a run here.
Yeah.
We did a smaller theater run.
Yeah, we should have been on. That tour should have lasted way longer than that. 6 weeks. Like, that was.
Yeah, if they had to do better.
Yeah.
Maybe that.
The powers that be not.
Yeah, oh my God. That tour, it would have been bigger than what it was. But so y'all went overseas and O could do some of the dates. So it was just back to the original band.
Yeah. Monty came. Monty Reynolds.
Oh, from Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
okay.
before we went to Two Keys.
Oh, got you.
He subbed for O, and I was back MD.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So
that was the longest I ever been overseas for a whole summer.
Being overseas during that time was not a cool thing.
Nah, it was your phone. Like, it was.
We had to get calling cards.
Yeah, literally. Like, or you gonna call collect. Or it's
right.
like, it was whack. Or you gonna pay a high phone bill.
Yeah.
It was a different time.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't what it is now.
Nah, it was a different time, man.
So going from, by this time you on Jay-Z, like, at what point, how did the switch go from Jay-Z to, because you was rocking with Jay for a minute. Because I remember
like 6-7 years.
Man, I remember y'all doing Coachella.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking like.
We was locked in.
That was the unit.
Yeah.
That was the unit.
That 2010 unit, that whole year.
That's the year y'all did it?
Unit. Yeah.
It was a whole vibe, because even Tony Royster.
Yep.
He had,
we made him grow up.
Because Tony didn't come from the era we came from. Even with the Heart of the City thing.
He was trying.
I was like, Tony, listen, you got it.
Yeah.
But we in arenas now.
Don't nobody understand none of that.
No.
I tell drummers that all the time. Like,
man,
all that fast stuff, it look good.
It looks phenomenal.
But
it is not translating out
nobody understand what you playing.
You better look at some Kevin Bronson.
Boom, boom, shaka do.
Like
I say Phil Collins.
Oh yeah.
Do. Get big drums.
But see that, but by then, because then y'all had Brett.
Brett. That was Brett Baker.
Brett.
That was my drummer.
Ooh.
That was my drummer.
And his production is going crazy.
Yeah, he crazy. Brett cold, bro.
Yeah, Brett. That actually what's funny is Brett was gone. That show I did, Superfan.
Mm-hmm.
When that stick went through my hand, Brett was on the show the following day with LL, and they called him to see if he sit in for me because they didn't think I'd be able to do it. Yep. So Brett, we got history.
That's my dog.
Yeah, but y'all was completely locked in. You could tell by then y'all had jail.
Yeah, everybody was holding each other accountable for everything.
Yeah,
like,
you can hear it.
Yeah, we like and plus Guru's there now.
Yeah.
So we got like everybody catching it. It was like Tony, like we always child prodigies, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause me and him stayed clashing until we had to figure it out. Like, bro, I'm not your enemy. You're not my enemy. So what's the problem?
Yeah.
It was just like we all. That's the thing we should tell him. Like, bro, you know we all are child prodigies. You just on TV. Like, church make this all the time. Like,
absolutely.
you can go find a young anything in church.
Easy.
But we only good. But people realize when you good young, it's only because somebody was better than you older.
Yeah.
You just caught it. You know what I'm saying? And the bar is set.
Yep.
So don't think you the first to do that. Like, a lot of people think they the first to do. Like, nah, you're not the first or the last.
Yeah.
So
by a long shot.
So I never got caught in that. You the youngest one, and like that means nothing.
Nah.
Like, nah, you're not gonna, like, now I tell young guys now, hey bro, I remember being the youngest one in the room.
Yep.
I'm talking about when the age difference was. Now I'm not the youngest one in the room, but I'm still in the room.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference.
Absolutely.
Can you say that 10 years from now? Or you all burnt out, you burnt your relationships out, you know what I'm saying? So that's important.
Yeah.
You still want to be in the room.
Yeah.
You want to be in the room.
And honestly, you can talk you out of those rooms.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to be paying attention in this room, but your head is looking around the corner in that room.
Yeah.
into what they talking about.
Yeah, nobody talking to you, bro. Stay in your,
right.
stay where you supposed to be.
Right, let's stay locked in and focus.
Yeah.
And I always, because for me, like I was telling Teddy and Calvin, like I had no problem being a number 2 to certain people. That's why I tell them
I don't think Kobe had a problem being number 2 to Mike.
And he was phenomenal. Like I'll take
he had 5 rings. So what do it matter? Because that's what. I'm still second, third. I got the call. It don't matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Like I don't get off on. Oh,
it don't matter.
He called me. They called me first for that. That's cool.
Because there's some. Because again, my thing is there's certain hats that certain names aren't in.
That part.
You get what I'm saying?
That
and
part.
a lot of times it's only because they've severed certain relationships.
Yep.
And it's not saying kiss up. That's not what I'm saying about long
disrespect. Will some apologies can't fix that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I forgive you, but we can never go back to, you know what I'm saying? Like once you disrespect a person to a way, it's like you really meant that. But I'm gonna forgive you though. But I know I can't never rock with you again in life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't make emotional decisions, and I just think you can't make an emotional decision like that, bro, and just think just how you felt at this time.
Yeah.
I get it. But the disrespect you said, you gotta live with that. Like it's like a scar.
Yeah.
Like somebody cut you and the scar can heal.
Yeah.
But every time I look down at this scar, I'm gonna remember how I got the scar. Now the scar it don't hurt no more.
Yeah.
Because it healed, but I remember
I know where
how I
got
this scar. So it's like, no, I know not to go that way no more because the last time I went that way, I got this cut on me.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at a lot of relationships. Some relationships, bro, you can't fix. Like, they go to a certain point in life, we hit the ceiling, you know, we get off the elevator here. We can't. Like, this is it for us.
Yeah.
I wish you the best in life, but we all hanging out and all that. It's a closed door. Like,
and something, because, you know, even for me, man, like I've had my issues with certain ones, but I think for me, it's like when you get, like you said, you have to get to a certain point where you know what you can take and what you can't take.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And some people could take being around people that push them in a certain way.
Yeah.
Like I just got to that point. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, like I said, certain things don't bother me.
Yeah.
But things that do bother me, I know how to take that energy and put it in a certain, you know,
human,
and put it in a certain area where it's like, okay, I don't have to show you that it's, but we know what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah. And I'm gonna keep it moving.
Yeah.
I'm gonna forgive you, like the Bible says you're supposed to forgive. I'm gonna forgive, but I ain't gonna forget it. Like I know you made me feel like this. You know what I'm saying? It's cool.
Yeah.
Like it's all good. Stay that way. I'm gonna stay this way. At the end of the day.
And you know people, and the thing, because you know me, and like I just the whole drinking 4 years. I just
that's
did,
great,
dog. And you saw me dealing with that heavy. But it's like I said all that to say, like some people stay in this space of we all still trying to learn. It's just when you do learn, put it into action.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Because we never stop learning. When you stop learning, you might as well not be here anymore.
And everybody got a vice.
Yeah.
It can be a sugar addiction or potato chip addiction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Addiction is addiction. You know what I'm saying? So yours might have been drinking. Mine might be this. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the fact of you recognize what it was and was like, I got to deal with this head on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I saw it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you got to hold to it. Like, you got in front of it. Because most people just, the biggest lie I always see people tell themselves is I can control it.
Yeah.
Because, like, now I see a lot of musicians, they got to get high now. Like, that's the new thing. I'm like, that's crazy because you putting this narrative in your head like, I be more creative when I say that's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. Like, are you serious? Like, you really telling yourself that? Like, you know, it started with you telling yourself, like, because when I smoke, I just go to another level. Like, it make like you really sound stupid. Like, you really sound very stupid. Like, but it's like that's the thing. Everybody gotta do it. But I was like, if you gonna do it, church. Like, y'all serious? Like, But this new wave now is, I mean, God love us. Like it's like God love us all. We all got our thing, but y'all know what y'all actually doing this on purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. Like
but we were just talking about that. Like even when it comes to like musicians and people outside the church, it was a different respect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we all had our things or whatever the case may be, but you didn't have people cursing in front of the church.
Yeah. Or playing their music. Yeah, turn their music down.
Yeah, like
and go past the church. Like,
yeah, but it's like the only thing we used to try to bring, we may have had fights and random things here, but the most we tried to bring from the world into the church was that music style.
Yeah.
But they're trying to bring
the whole thing. Yeah.
The whole vibe, like walking to the arena, smoking. It's like, and I get it, because I mean, you want to feel how you feel, but it's a place and a time.
Yeah, it's like do that at the club, like And I used to smoke.
Yeah,
I played high one time in my whole life. Never ever.
That.
When I told you about that, I was young. Yeah. I say never ever again. I was tripping. Everybody know I used to smoke. Like that ain't no secret. Like I said on here, I used to smoke. But until I realized, like, wait a minute, what if I smoked and it changed? I seen it mess somebody close to me.
I seen it. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I say so. My homeboy uncle like lost his mind. I was like, nah. Went cold turkey and stopped.
Yeah. I'm
like, nah, I can't. Nah.
Ain't worth
because at the end of the day, I don't want to lose my gift. You know what I'm saying? Because you never, especially nowadays, you don't know what's in nothing.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's too tricky. You know what I'm saying? Why gamble with, you know what I'm saying, losing your mind? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but I ain't trying to tell nobody what to do. Everybody grown, but it's like, man, I'm used to a time when stuff was discreet. Nobody knew what you was doing. I shouldn't know if that's what you do. The older niggas, they go do their thing, and
you never knew.
You didn't know nothing unless they told you. Yep. Now it's like everybody got to broadcast what they do. Then, because I feel like if you put it out there and somebody say something, how you gonna get mad? You put it out there for like. I tell people, you post something on social media, somebody might agree with you, some might not. They got you putting it out there for them to base their opinion. But like they was going crazy about the swag surfing in the church.
Oh yeah.
I say, man, all y'all had the power to do this. You can look at it and keep scrolling, or like, because I just realized, man, people gonna do what they gonna do. You can't control people. Like somebody posted about hats. Wearing hats in church. I don't wore a hat in church before. It ain't make me, but it's a respect. I ain't wear because I ain't have a haircut and we was doing a show.
Yeah.
But just to blatantly wear a hat in church, like I wouldn't do that
with that energy behind it. Yeah.
But the new way they think of stuff, everybody look to be offended. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all not even trying to listen to the logic. Well, we shouldn't be raised like our parents' tradition and all. It's a new day. Let's see how far y'all get. I ain't arguing with nobody. I say, hey, man, whatever works best for you.
Yeah. Oh, that's about the most stress-free way you can approach any situation.
Yeah, whatever works best for you. As long as you're not disrespecting me and mine, you want to wear a hat, do what you do.
Yeah.
Now, I say, you ain't doing it in court. Well, court ain't for us, but you going. So what do it matter?
You're going Thursday.
Yeah, it's a respect thing. It's like, well, women wear hats, so they wear skirts too, so
right.
You gonna wear a skirt?
Flipping it.
Yeah,
right.
It's like so because with every reaction, it's it's a comeback to everything.
Yeah.
So it's like however you want to deal with it. But I don't have no energy to argue with nobody about nothing. Y'all got it. If you want to wear a hat in church, help yourself.
Yeah, because I mean, and the thing is like we came up, like I said, in a certain range where it was like, okay, the guys we looked at, they had a certain standard. So there were certain things they just didn't play about.
Yeah.
So we didn't question them about it.
We just followed the blueprint. Okay. I want to be successful like them.
Yeah.
So I need to do.
Now this is a generation, and it's nothing against necessarily a certain group, but they question a lot, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? But question about the right things. Sometimes, like I was just telling somebody, like when you throw the word mentorship around, or mentor, like somebody hit you like, man, what is it? You know, can you be my mentor? All the guys that were my mentors mentor me from a distance.
Right. And you still talk to them to this day.
Absolutely. Like everything I learned from Teddy, by the time I got in a place where I could really talk to him, I didn't ask him questions of things that I could have worked on my own.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like you could be somebody's mentor that you ain't never even met.
Right.
Because they're just looking at how you move.
Yeah. It's tricky though now because mentor now means put me on.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't look for them. I wanted to learn what I could learn from them. And then if you need me, cool. But if not, I'm going to take what I learned from you and use it elsewhere.
Yeah, because you was trying to get better.
Absolutely.
Like, okay, how if I'm missing something in my plan, like we was talking about earlier, playing, like we can sit down and say, okay, you can tell you about I know where every bass player right now, probably younger than me or my age, I can tell you where they at in their career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can tell you what steps they need to make, everything. Like you should be doing this, you should be doing that. But with information like that, bro, some people not ready for the information we have.
Yeah.
Because it can hurt them too, because if they don't use it in the right way, you know, if they take it for the wrong, like to be arrogant or it'll hurt them more than help. And I just mentoring is now I'm always scared because like past people I helped is like they kind of showed me who they was after they got the help.
Yeah.
It's like you humble from the beginning. As soon as you get the help you need and you in the place you think you want to be, now it's
right.
you know what I'm saying?
I don't need you no more.
I don't need you no more. Like now we equal.
Yeah.
I can never look at Percy now. I can never be their equal. I don't care. Percy tell me all the time, I'm so proud of you. You did more than we did, and you did this and this. I say I appreciate that, but I'm still not y'all peer. I still carry his bags. I still do all this.
Yeah.
No, I'm not your peer. Like right. I can never be your peer.
We're not eye level.
Never. We can never be. I don't care if I win 20 Grammys.
Yeah.
Guess what? We still ain't peers.
Because
because of y'all.
I was about to say because one, you don't get any of that if you didn't get what you got.
Exactly. If I don't see the want, I don't get better. So no, I can never be. And y'all way before me. Like y'all a generation before the generation before me. So you know what I'm saying? Like no, I can't. I'm not your equal. Like and that's what thing. Like that's the bad thing about social media because I got more followers than you, and bro, I can care less. Like. That means nothing to me in the real world. Like, that means nothing. It's just numbers at the end because they can hit reset and what? Then what you gonna do?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because there are a lot of billionaires with 2,000 followers.
I got some millionaire homies with 200 followers.
Yeah, there you go.
And they cool with that.
Oh yeah, because their life ain't built off that.
And like. Neither is mine.
Yeah.
Or yours.
Like,
I don't care about that.
And that's the thing. Like I say, social media, because it is a different time and you know we got to move a certain. You got to have it. But like you said, there's certain things that can help and certain things that can hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Because for instance, if somebody hires you based off of that 20-second video you edited, you get what I'm saying?
Edited, right.
Boom. Now it's like, yo, can you come do this gig? Now they turn on the click track. They don't even know.
Took you 20 takes.
Yeah, it took you 20 takes, and it took you going back and quantizing yourself. But again, if you know, like, no, I can't pull that out there.
Yeah,
you don't need a mentor to tell you this is how. Like, I didn't need Teddy to tell me learn how to read if you want to fill in for me.
Right.
I knew I couldn't fill in for him.
Unless you knew how to do the stuff he do.
There were certain things you knew you couldn't do if you didn't know how to play key bass. You started playing key bass early enough to know anything I get called for from here on out, I don't need to ask anybody. You didn't need to ask Kern, what keyboard do I need to use? You knew.
I didn't even know Kern personally like that yet.
There you go.
You know,
and seeing him play in that situation changed everything for you.
I told him that. I just told him that. Me and Kern got cool years after that.
Yeah.
And it was like dude, because Kern was the man. Everything went through him.
What?
Anything R&B, everything had to go through him.
112.
Everything went through Kern. Everything.
They was holding off tours.
Waiting for him.
They was like, wait, when he done? I was like, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
He was lit. But again, like you said, seeing people like that, me seeing them with Kel, it was just like, yo, this is where I want to be.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do. So again, even that, like,
inspired.
I never look at Gerald and them like, oh yeah, man, we on the same level. I look at it like we're all equal. But when it comes to a respect thing, because again, like, I know who I got my swag from.
Right.
And it's a number of guys.
Right.
So even with you, it's like, you know Steve, you know JJ, you know Anthony Harmon, you know Ethan, you know certain guys, but they know you because of certain guys. But at the same time, they know other guys because of you.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's always it's not like a looking down on them type situation. Never that. It's just to let people know where that came from.
Yeah, man, because so many guys be at my church. I ain't gonna say no names. Just I ain't straight stealing. I ain't care. Come on, like I'm at church, and it's like people be around you long enough to get what they need. You don't see them no more.
Yeah, like
You know what I'm saying?
Like a personal trainer.
Yeah,
they
it's
hired
like,
him for a week.
You in shape now?
Yeah.
Okay, soon as you bet.
Now I'm gonna do this exercise forever.
Man, like even like man, bro, I don't let people get credit for records. I don't overdub everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro,
Well, your name didn't go on it.
I still ain't got paid for it, or my name ain't go on it. You know what I'm saying? The politics of music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about some records.
Like some legendary records.
Yes. People like, oh, he killing that. I was like, yeah, I am, huh? Not arrogant, not saying arrogant, but I'm like, in my head, I'm like, y'all don't even know that's me.
Well, the thing is, they wouldn't. Because again, you got to also think about it. Back then, because it was a different time, more stuff was hush.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? More
Percy
stuff.
had me doing a lot of cleaning up.
Percy?
What? Shout out to Big Bro. Percy had me, like, because like I said, even with the bad stuff, like, I learned so much from him. Because, man, Percy ain't no joke, bro. Like,
man, please.
You already know. Like, he was talking about, like, even with you.
Yeah.
Man, I thought I was going to do BB Wine is what he was doing. Nope.
Wait, who did it? Sheree? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Sheree. Yeah, I sure did.
I'm just like, here we go again. I couldn't win. It was like I was just sitting on the bench.
That's
like, when's my turn?
I absolutely remember them because I remember Youth Edition opened up at Navy Pier outside.
For BB.
Yep. And I remember Ray, because I played Ray drums.
Ray Kevin.
Yep. But he had the MP. I had my little DR5 drum machine.
I remember he told you didn't need no MP yet. And you was like, I'm going to get one.
I said, what? I was like, oh, I'm going to get an MP next week. And I saved up. But again, like you said, even in that, Ray didn't tell me to not get an MP to keep me where I was. I think he wanted me to max out on what I had. You get what I'm saying? Yep. So in that moment, that could have either broke me, but what it did, it sped me up.
Yeah, you was already maxed out on that.
I totally was maxed out. I'm running keyboards and everything.
You needed to see him on the MP.
Yep.
But you flipped that. You didn't even get a 3000.
Yep.
You got a 2000.
I got a 2000.
Yeah.
Then I got an XL.
Yeah. But it's 1680.
Yep.
Then he just kept going.
And once that started, it was a wrap. But it was like seeing how he programmed even Sean Cooper.
Yep, Sean Cooper.
Because when I started coming up, Sean Cooper was in Atlanta. Then he came back. But by the time he came back, he was here like, yo, we got Rex programming. So, but again, I got a lot of stuff from Sean. I used to get sounds from Sean.
Sound design, yep.
You know what I'm saying? But in them moments, it's like, yo, you take what you can get, take that constructive criticism, and take that aggression, and now it's like, okay, I'm putting that energy over here.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the flip. That's what I'm saying. That's the
Because if
right.
not, you would just keep it bottled up,
Yeah.
and you'll be pissed off all the time.
Bitter, just a bitter There's so many bitter old guys nowadays,
Yeah.
bro, just from back in the day, just bitter.
Like you mad
at what, bro? Like that time is over. Like it's 20 some years later, you still mad?
And that's the thing. It's like we're in the space of whatever you can get from me, like take it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it don't have to be a up close thing. Like if you got a question, we don't mind.
Ask.
That's
but just
it.
don't. We still human too. Like just don't feel like. Well, nobody want to feel used.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't mind answering nothing because, one question ain't gonna hurt me, or you know what I'm saying. I might can tell you something that can save your life, but don't ask me something and do the opposite of what you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I told you
absolutely.
to do. Like you wasting my time. So next time, I'm gonna say I don't know.
Right.
I just say I don't know. You
That's
know what I'm
my
saying?
answer.
Right.
I don't know.
even know. Like you got to figure it out.
Yeah.
But it's just I wish everybody the best.
Oh yeah, it's a learning. It's a growth.
Yeah,
That
I went through a growth this past year dealing with this all girl band.
Oh yeah, what gig is that?
Yachty,
Lil Yachty.
bruh. Never been in a situation like that before.
So how did it? Because again, I was gonna ask you. Of course, I know what you're doing, but I was gonna ask you to tell people like what you working on lately. Because again, those are situations they don't see you in the forefront because you're not playing.
Sometimes not playing is cool.
Oh, absolutely, it is.
Yeah, sometimes not playing it give you a bigger vision of what's going on. Because I was like the show manager and the MD
of Yachty.
Yeah,
got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like making sure everybody where they supposed to be. But yeah, it was different for me dealing with all girls, bro. It's different.
I'm sure.
Oh my God, it's different. It's different. It's just different. It's different. Try not to get in trouble.
Yeah, no, I get it. So let me ask you this, because again, like you've been with Kendrick how long?
Kendrick, this going on my 11th to 12th year.
So even those situations, wait, first of all, how'd you get Kendrick?
How did I get Kendrick? TGT. We come off TGT.
Oh yeah.
I do Gaga for 2 weeks. Me and Nissan do Gaga for 2 weeks. And that does what it does. Damo was doing Kendrick. And it's like we swapped out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Damo, he was definitely doing Kendrick. Yeah.
We swapped out. So Dion called me. Dion was playing at the church together.
Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we was playing at the church together, and
you know Dion was on the first Dave Hollister tour I did?
Yeah, he was playing with
John B.
John B. Yeah, he talk about that all the time.
Really? Yeah.
So Dion, shout out to Dion.
Yeah.
We playing. Yeah, so it went from there, and Craig and Day. Craig and Day, just like Friday.
Oh, yeah, Craig and Day.
And Chuck. So it went from there, and I'm still there. And there's no band now.
Yeah, like you're literally a one-man band.
Yeah, this is me. So peaceful.
So how does that feel?
Feels great.
Because I've never so I did do Kerry Hilson. It was just me and the DJ Mars.
It's kind of like because I got a playback guy.
Yeah,
so it's just
but you're literally
I'm still
the
playing.
only band member.
Yeah, I'm still playing live.
So the drums and everything is in the
everything. Re-record everything, programmed it in.
So you wouldn't go back to having a band?
It's not my call.
Well, yeah, I guess I get it. But you going from always being with a band to what you're doing now, it was an
adjustment at first, but now I got two wedges and a big sub in
Your
ears.
setup
So
is
I'm
probably
good.
so over the top.
It's crazy. But it fills the area up.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah. It's cool with something different. It's just like being Mike Dean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's hip hop, so ain't no rules to hip hop. But it worked. Like the Live in Paris show, that's just all me.
Word?
Yeah, I'm by myself. Like I'm doing now. Yeah. it just worked. Like it's just like Mike Dean.
Yeah.
It worked. Work for it. Hey, I'm with it.
Yeah, that's a whole. It ain't too many of those type of situations going out.
It was new for me. I ain't gonna lie. Like I never done that.
Yeah.
Like, but it's been over a year now. Going on year 2. So it's like
to go from having a full unit. Like it's not like you had a half a unit. It was a whole band.
Yeah, like it started in last year and we did the overseas run. It was just me. So that gave me time to kind of get used to
the
it.
kinks out.
Yeah, it was an adjustment. You know what I'm saying?
How was the very first show? Because wait, first of all, did you rehearse like that? Like how did the?
I went to rehearsal because the tour was already.
Oh, okay, you was already in the. Okay,
Yeah.
so how did the first show go? Of you being the only band?
It was cool.
It was cool.
Just adjustments, sound adjustments. Like okay, this missing this guy. Okay, we got to add this. You know how shows are. Just you keep going through. Like every show, I don't care. We can get to where we want to be. I'm still anybody I work for. I'm still like I'm critiquing every show. Like man, this can be better. This can be better. All right, maybe I need to add this and take this out. And like I'm still critiquing.
Yeah,
never stop. I don't care who I'm working for.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yachty, like I'm something missing. Like I need to be this and okay, need to transition here and like. But staying true to what the artists want, not adding too much, but adding enough at the same time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No, we just going to keep working, trying to make the whole thing better.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm going to go in front of the house, listen, everything.
Sit down with the engineer.
Nah, this ain't it. Go back. This is not the mix.
Yep.
Yeah, I would, I just, we got to go back. This don't sound like the record.
Because we always had a standard.
Yep.
We was always around standards.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? What was our standard?
Yep. And if you paying me to be here and I don't have to play, I'm overseeing something, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Because every department, I got to make sure y'all on top of y'all.
So, again, that's probably also why, like, even past the Kendrick thing, when you go to the Lil Yachty situation, you not playing but MDing it from the other side.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So now you able to sit down and you're like, man, that should feel like this. Or but it gives
playing this part wrong or no, that's not it or
that's not the sound.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, but it puts you in a different place to like, now you're pushing yourself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're learning something in the moment as well as them. Because you listening, you used to playing it while putting it together.
And then I can see, like, I'm looking at the show, like, y'all should move, like, just interact and not just there to just to say, okay, I'm here and I'm really working. Like, y'all need to move. This part come move when he, you know what I'm saying? It's make sure the stage set up right and making sure because a lot of people are new, they don't know.
Oh
they
yeah,
think
absolutely.
They know, but they really don't know. So it's like, nah, bro, it don't go like this. And I'm gonna bring professionalism every time. Like experience is the best teacher.
Oh, absolutely.
So, no, we're not doing that. That's not it.
That's
have said out there too. So I have to set your car out my tech,
which is the tech
of life, huh?
Oh my god,
it have him out there.
Said he's the bar.
Yeah,
he
created his own lane.
I was just about to say, Said is one of the guys that made people want to actually be techs.
A lot of musicians need to look into being techs because everybody want to go on the road.
They said you say they need to come from another angle.
Not for real, like, because and let's just be honest, everybody's not going to get that shot.
Yeah, no facts.
To be, first of all, tours not going out like that, like they used to. There's no auditions like it used to be. So it's a different game. I tell people, man, production. You can go and see the same world the band see.
Yeah.
You can work in production. You can work in lighting. You can work in audio. You can work in backline. Like, you seeing the same world. And you just never know. As a musician, it might open up. Anything can happen on the road. Anything can happen. You might have to fill that void.
Oh, absolutely.
But you right there. You already in. People familiar with you.
Yeah.
Everybody just want the first call to do this. Like, no. Like, it's a grind. Hustle your way.
There's
like
different lanes.
Easy. Like, man, you can really see the same world we see being a tech.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I wasn't saying it to be funny, but some musicians need
No,
to
I get
look
it.
into teching.
Yeah.
Like, some of y'all be better techs than you are players.
No, because some
You know
people
what I'm
don't even
saying?
understand. Like, Said can actually
He
play.
can still play drums. He just lazy and don't want to play drums.
No, he literally could do like he could
Yeah.
gig. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you got somebody, he could actually have a choice. But it's like he also puts the same in. He actually puts more energy
Into setting up. Boy, we be creating some stuff. You know how he is.
Oh yeah,
You know how he is, but it needs some more sets.
Yeah.
Because who do he have
I agree.
he can teach? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody want to be the player. Like, I get it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't, but Cardell is doing good. You know what I'm saying?
Cardell is my guy.
Yeah.
You got the guy here, Paul. Paul is a dope one. My little nephew Keenan,
Yeah, he just told me about him.
Tucson brother. Yeah.
Tucson and Keenan, yeah.
He's that little duo, that little bro, and he played drums. Like he's
Mhm.
another Said. He plays drums really good.
But you just never know what door might open by you being in the right spot.
Absolutely. Yep.
The thing is getting in the door. That's what people don't understand. You want to
Yeah.
get in the door.
Yeah.
You don't want to stay outside in the parking lot. You want to get in the door. If I'm
Right.
if this is my end, I'm gonna work my way. Nobody want to work their way from, okay, I'm gonna start here, get to this point, to this point, to this point. Is the odd days of the so-called auditions. A lot of auditions are political. We know that. You
It's
know
the
what I'm saying?
look.
Yeah, okay, we did an audition. We already know. In our mind, we already know, okay, I'm going with this person.
Yeah.
Because I know the personnel. It's hard to deal with somebody you don't know because you don't know how it's going to mix. And, you'll take a chance here and there, but get in the door.
Yeah.
Just get in the door. Like, you'll be surprised. Like, keyboard player can quit. You there being the keyboard tech. Oh, we don't have nobody. I can. Don't you play keys? Yeah.
Right.
You been here all the time, don't you know? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now you got the gig.
Yep.
You
And that's how it goes.
You ain't wishing nothing bad on nobody, but I'm just saying, like, people quit all the time.
Yeah.
Or get let go. Man, what? I'd rather be in the room than
Oh, absolutely.
waiting for somebody to call me. Who said they don't know you yet?
hmm
Show yourself friendly. Like, okay,
Out of sight,
Maybe-
out of mind.
out of mind. I tried to tell this one guy, I'm like, man, you not working? Said we was trying to help him become a tech. He wanted to do it for about a week. Never heard back from him. Nobody finna waste their time. Like, and we need more techs. Like,
We really, really
it's a
do.
short, like, it's bad. Like,
Yeah, and text that, yes, text that take teching serious. Not texts that are really trying to get the gig or it's like,
learn the other side.
yeah.
I know a lot of sides of production.
Yeah.
From what the production managers do, from the assistant production manager to the tour manager to the tour coordinator to the road manager. I know what Light's supposed to do because I sit and I talk to everybody on tour.
Yeah.
And I learn, man, what you do? Hey, what's that? Pyro. Because
yeah.
this your family you got to be with. So all these months. And, man, what you do? Like, how do you do that? I'm in sound check or run through. Like, damn, how you do that? I'm learning, like, still to this day, because you can't learn too much stuff.
Oh, no.
I'm steady learning. Like, man, how's that? My man, do our video, Damien. Man, I'm on them like, bro, y'all killing this. Oh yeah, you just need this and this and this. I said, how many hard drives do you have a night? Like,
Right.
I use at least this is just 10 terabytes right here, like for video. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they respect what I do.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, man,
That's the
I just want people to get in the door, man. Like, if I can get any advice, people want to get on the road, you want to see the world, don't be so caught up on the road with wanting to be a player.
yeah.
Just get on the road, get in the door. If it's not happening for you right now, do something else to make it happen. I ain't saying stop playing, but okay, maybe I can try this.
Yeah.
You might get there quicker. You never know who you might run into. You just want to get in the room. Like, get in the building.
Yeah.
shoot your shot from the parking lot ain't gonna do you no justice.
Yeah, you got a 0 in whatever % chance of
Nah, he
making
hit
that shit.
a shot from the parking lot.
Yeah.
Nah, you good.
Like you said, it's like we at a place now, bro, where we've been through enough to know what this industry expects
Yeah.
from us.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Which is why, because I know, like even with you, like I know a lot of what you say comes from the heart.
Yeah.
Like because of where you came from,
Right.
how you came from that,
Yeah.
who you came under. It was like there's a certain way you talk where it's like, no, listen to what he's saying.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hear what he's saying
Yeah,
instead
don't look
of,
to be offended.
exactly.
Yeah.
Don't
Mhm.
take offense to what he's saying.
Yeah.
Hear what he's saying, because here's the thing. It's like at this point, it's enough going on out here.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even really have the extras. That's like
Yeah.
you said earlier. Like, I don't have time to be arguing with people.
Nope.
What?
That's why I push Paul like I do.
What?
That's what I do. Paul, that's my little brother.
Listen, you
Well,
already
our little
know.
brother.
Yeah. Paul, is it because he's won? He just
Yeah.
has it.
He got it. It's like, man, you don't want to lose it. You got it. Like,
It ain't. I tell Paul all the time, there aren't any yous walking around
Nope.
here.
and somebody looking up to you.
Oh, absolutely. But again, Paul's one of them because he's still looking up to us and up to others. He don't really take it on.
Yeah.
And like even me, I don't really take on as people like, yo, that's Rex. It's like,
Yeah.
no, because I'm still looking at y'all. Like,
Right.
so again, it's a thing. So we looking at Paul like, nah, bro, listen, they're looking.
Yeah.
You gonna know what I'm saying? So even if you ain't doing it for them, do it for your kids, yourself.
Yep.
But they are looking.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? But again, like I said, that's why I appreciate you. And you gotta, like, we're already at whatever time we at. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
3:05. Yeah. And this is my brother. So this is how we talk. Like, this ain't nothing new.
Yeah, this
it's just
the
in front of the
camera's
camera.
going. Yeah.
But again, like, that's one thing I want people to understand. Like, even because it's going to be a part 3, 4, 5, and 6 of this. But that's what I want people to understand. Like, dog, we move a certain way because of the way we were brought up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's why me and you jail. There was a certain hunger. Like, people, I went through the phase. I was just pissed off. I wasn't pissed off at people.
Yeah.
I had blinders on.
Yeah.
This is what I worked to get to.
Yeah.
So anything that wasn't in alignment with
Tunnel
this,
vision. Yeah.
I didn't want to be. But again, like a person like you, like niggas hear your heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I wanted, because it's like the things you've done. Like you were a lot of firsts for a lot of things.
Wow. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you being that, and just some people knowing that they got certain things from you, whether it was a call, whether it was a bass, whether it was a song, they got something from you, and then not even being in a place to be like, yo, man, I appreciate that, because they think you get that all the time. And then when the aggression shows up, it's like, man, it's like, no.
Yeah. Like that fire.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So no, like on some real, like even just off of what we were talking about, like I appreciate you for being Tone. Like,
oh yeah, appreciate
you've
it,
literally been the same dude. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot you don't get credit for that you should, but there's a lot that you get rewarded for, even without getting that credit. You feel me?
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
So from a brother to you, man, like I love you, and I'm glad, like just
bro,
the fact
love
that
you,
you
bro.
came, and like I said,
You already know, bro.
you gonna be here many more
yeah,
times.
for sure. Like this is a platform that, you know, especially with, I know it's not gonna just be Chicago people, but but the Chicago people need to be the first ones trying to, you know what I'm saying, especially with these stories, because the history of, man, a lot of people don't know our history, like how close people are and the stuff we had to go through to get to the points we at now. We can sit back and enjoy the fruits of our labor. And like, we don't want to do something, we don't have to do it. Like, that's a great place to be in. Like,
phenomenal.
no, if I don't want to do it, it's no. Like, there's no explanation to no is a complete answer.
Right.
Like, no. But you know how I feel about you, bro. My kids look up to you.
Oh,
everything,
absolutely.
So you already know. But you know, man, anytime, bro. Like I'm here for the information. You know what I'm saying? Like people need to know. We need to know where we come from so we can know where we going. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. Because if you don't know the history, nobody telling it. You know what I'm saying? They just creating a false narrative out here and think it's supposed to go a certain kind of way, and everybody gonna write their own story, but it can be better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we can save you a lot of time. We can save you 5-10 years on your life of mistakes you have to make.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We bumped our head already, so you might not want to do this way, but
Right.
you can't be offended with, you know what I'm saying? You know, everything is not offensive. Like, you just take the sensitive guard down. You know, everybody just look to be offended. Like, this just to look to be offended world right now.
Absolutely.
Can't say nothing. Like,
Everything
even if
is
you're
on
saying it with
eggshell.
passion, it's, oh, you too aggressive or you mean. It's like, okay, then. You know, my thing is, I'm done. You can't want the same results we have and not take the same medicine we took.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that. Like, it don't work like that. Tough love is not disrespect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's preparing you for the real world. Because when you get out there, these artists don't care about hurting your feelings. Your feelings, good luck.
No,
Good luck
we've
with that.
seen it happen
Yes.
to the best of them.
The best of them. Make them feel like
Like they haven't played anything.
nothing.
And
Like,
for
oh, that's
nobody.
such and such. She talking to him like that. Like,
Yeah.
wow. But, you know, I don't, man. I'm not ashamed of what I had to go through.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it worked. The end result is God favored me at the end of the day. So that's all that mattered to me. And we here, bro. Like,
You already know.
Can't too many people have these stories, you know what I'm saying?
Nah.
So, and they love it. They'll sit around and watch this all day.
Oh,
but
man, listen. And like I said, we have plenty more. There's some guys, y'all have to come back
yeah.
over and over. But again, like I said, man, like to have you and to know your story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But for you to give some people the insight on why Tony's the way he is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like I said, you move a certain way and everybody knows that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, okay, why? It's like, yeah, there's a different passion.
Well, both our moms are pastors, so that's
They
a
are
whole nother thing.
Yeah. So yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
how me and you always had that bond, bro, because I get it.
Oh yeah.
My mom was.
Oh yeah, they kept us in line. You knew what it was.
And see, now you got to walk me through certain things now because your mom been pastoring for so long.
Yeah.
And like, my mom, it's her 11th year or something like that. So
yeah, my mom been passing since 96.
see,
Yeah.
so you know, I gotta get some info from you. On
But no, what's funny
things.
is like again, and like I said, we'll get out of here. But with our moms, talking about our moms, even the connection to our churches.
yeah,
Like that's
the
big
glue.
deal. There's no time you're home where you don't play.
I'm playing every time.
And for me, like I'm doing everything else.
Yeah.
I'm doing media, sound.
If me and Paul do sound and play,
Really?
what?
Yeah.
So
that's why
security and you know,
And that's the thing. But it's like you never, no matter what we've done, you keep those are our moms.
yeah,
Like it's God, but those are our moms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that energy we put out there, you always stay level.
yeah.
That's my whole point. You get what I'm saying? But in that, like, yo, I hope y'all enjoyed this. 'Cause I definitely did. I'm like Stacks, you stuck this one out with us, bro. Like, no, but this is another episode of the Untold. My brother, like I said, Tony.
Indeed.
Lil Tony, I call him Diz.
This.
Like, yo, man, I appreciate y'all for watching this. And Tone, man, I appreciate you for coming, bro.
I'll be back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we up.
Yep.
Appreciate
my
it.
brother.
This is the Untold. Untold. You want some dry?